Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Uh, 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 uh-oh. Yo, the new Eminem track, I mean, saying with you, live is like, what's live? Like Saturday Night Live. Live like, what else is live? Live like a football match. Live like, yo, this man put two things down, dog, talking about Pete Rose and thing. Yo, talking about like 2 Chainz and thing and Hussein and the thing and like fruitcake things and like, yo, trust me, the man done did it again. Real thing. Like, can I just say, I was down with that, like, Slim Shady. Like, hi, my name is Slim Shady. I was down with that, dog. I was down with that. And then it kind of went like here or there or whatever, but the homeboys brought it right back. And like, I grew up on Elvis, dog. I know every Elvis tune in the book. You can't front me. Big up Ryan Archer from West Ham Fan TV. Trust me, he knows the same thing, dog. But it's like, Bridget, I'm showing you. This new track that Eminem has with like CeeLo, The King and I, for the Elvis Presley movie, like different dimensions. And not to mention, the man's flow is on point. Like, he got Dr. J up in the place producing 2 things. Like, CeeLo, who I reckon is a brilliant artist when he's not petting his cat, like being a judge on the voice and things. Like, he has 2 things about him, dog. And, yo, the track is mad. The track is unbelievable. Like, real thing. It's like West Ham winning the Premier League next season, which we will do. Watch. So Franco, hello. Franco got his way then. Because Dazzle just said it. Plum peach, peach plum. I rock it with the best of them. You get me? Am I gonna keep this going on for like an hour? Maybe. You never know. Random. Just saying. And he mentions like Eminem's track, he mentions like his baby moms and tater tots and yo, I think a lot of people missed out on the fact that he said he was sitting on the John and then he like puts an ad lib in like Dijon. But like that's how Presley died, dog. On the John. You get me? I think people like went over people's heads like real talk. And the fact that homeboy like just like yo, he's spitting like on 2 things. And then like, yo, speed it up, slow it down, speed it up, slow it down. Like anybody that's hating on him, I'll give them that, dog. He's a genius. He's an absolute genius, dog. Like he's kind of like David Moyes, isn't he? Real talk.
Yeah, you already know who it is. You already know. Hey, I called right at the end, bro. Told me we won. Yo, Antonio got a motherfucking tap in because Harry Kane's a pussy hole. Ha ha. Fuck them spuds. Take some of that, you dig? Yo, I try to call you during the game. I try to have bro do a little triple. But it ain't work because this dummy got the fucking Buffale phone plan and he can't make international calls. But he gonna sort that out. Once he sort that out, I'm gonna plug in with you, B. Yo, big up everybody, man. So happy, right? Yo, when I get back to my cell, I'm gonna make a fucking big ass brick. Jack Mac with the pickles, with the fucking chips, with the everything, you heard? With a little...
We are fucking massive.
Yes, we are, Mr. Moonstone. We are that. We are that. Which is like a guard, an areola coming through. Yo, Neymar next, Mbappe next. Chocolate, nah, I'm playing. Cause you get me. You know what I mean? Cause yo, it's real.
Where's Summer Massive? Let's have a look. What are we going to do on the old Guinness thing today then? Ooh! West Summer Massive, everywhere we go, everywhere we go. Where's Summer Massive? Let's have a look. What are we going to do on the old Guinness thing today then? Ooh!
Yeah, what's up, my brother? Listen, just giving you a shout.
Come on, it's like it ain't working, but it's...
Yeah, what's up, my brother? Listen, just giving you a shout real quick. Doing all my...
Yo, 100. I want to big up Charlie Boy. Straight up, I ain't going no further on this video without bigging up Charlie Boy. That's my G. Homeboy's going through it right now, dog. You alright, man? Wicked. Yo, homeboy's going through two things just now, yeah? And it's like, yo, big up Charlie Boy, big up Frankie Boy. Like, real talk, yo, I know Frankie, like, yo, he's catching feelings still, cause like, yo, his brother's like fucking on the inside, you get me? Like in the neck, like, yo, man, like, big up Frankie, big up Charlie Boy. Don't know, big up Brooklyn. How you mean? I wish I could play like copywritten tunes, like how I don't get it. How does like man like do like an Eminem reaction playing the tune? But if I play the tune, I get like copywritten and shit. Like I don't get that. What do they do? Like, cause there's this one boy, Shaq. I don't know, Big Shaq, I think he's called. Like, much respect to Big Shaq. His reactions are fucking nuts. I sent them all over WhatsApp yesterday. Real talk. Yo, you like the CaN go? And the CaN go? Don't know. Slick Rick things, dog. Frankie Boy knows what I'm talking about still. And Charlie Boy don't know what I'm talking about still, dog. But it's like, how does like this, like Big Shaq or no Shaq or whatever Shaq on crack, like, yo, he's ill. He dropped two things. He's like some Southern cat, like, he's ill. I watched enough of his reactions to like the hip hop albums or hip hop singles that come out, and he loves M. Like, yo, he loves M. And it's like he did a dope reaction the other day, man. And I done sent it to like everybody that I got on WhatsApp. Like everybody from Canada to Australia to England to Brooklyn's in the house. Brooklyn's in the house and like even like next week still. I think I sent it to Los Angeles, you know. I ain't to say two things about Los Angeles, but I think I sent two things to California. What is it? California love, no California dreaming. The Tupac and Dr. Dre. Like that's the illest Tupac verse I heard. Like honestly, I thought Tupac was shit. Real talk. And I know he's like a rap icon, but I thought he always sounded like shit. Homeboy, like, there's so many ad libs. It was like he was doubling up his like speech all the time. Like, just doing take after take. But it's like, yo, that California dreaming shit, the California love shit, whatever it's called, the one with him and Dr. Dre. That shit is fire. Get the bomb beats for Dre. That shit is fire, dog. But back to M. What a mother ducking legend, dog. And it's like he always pulls it out of his hat. Like, he has it in him. You get me? He has it in him, Eminem, in him. But, like, he has it in him, dog. But, like, yo, he just came with it. He just came with it. Like, fire things, dog. Fire things. Like, talking about tater tots, like, his baby mom's, like, yo! On some West Ham shit. I'll tell you this. On some West Ham shit, because it's pronounced West Ham, not West Ham. You know what I mean? Like it's like how Red Man is pronounced Red Man, not Redman. You know what I mean? Like you get more white people. Is that racist? I'm white. I can say that, can I? I'm a bit something else, so I can say them things too. But it's like, yo, you get like Red Man, not Redman. Like, yo, coming out with two things. Like, yo, I'm yo, it's yo. Gaza is in the house. If you don't know now, you know. Real talk, Gaza's in the house. There you go.
Yeah, you already know who it is. You already know. Hey, I called right at the end, bro. Told me we won. Yo, Antonio got a motherfucking tap in because Harry Kane's a pussy hole. Ha ha. Fuck them spuds. Take some of that.
Harry Kane's a pussy hole. Harry Kane's a pussy hole. Rah. Ticka. La. Daz is in the house too, dog. I ain't even playing with you. Where's Daz at? Dazza. Bosh. How you mean? Yo. We're gonna play Rangers. What? The final that should have been the finals gonna go on preseason. How you mean? Peach is in the building. How you mean? Let's run two things. How do you mean?
Yeah, you already know who it
See,
is. Yeah, you already know who it is. You already know. Hey, I call.
and my G. My G. You ready for my G? This is my G. Like, trust me. My G. 100%. Like, yo. My G. 100%. Like, yo. You are. My G. How do you mean? Big up Karen. Trust me. Big up Artisan. If you ain't heard, you heard here first. Well, you heard Budgie first, because Budgie like Don plays this thing all the time now. I want to get two tunes and play them for you still, dog. Yo, Artisan is in the place, dog. Watch out. The man is the illest rapper, like, yo, in Australia, dog. Like, yo, you got Eminem in America, great. But you got Artisan in Australia. Real talk. How you mean? And then you got Thailand Paul. Don't even get me started on Thailand Paul, dog. Like, you want food? You're into food? You gotta like go on YouTube and just like put in Thailand Paul. Simple as that. Simple as like pressing a like, subscribe, and share on this video. But it's like, yo, you want food things? You want good food things? You want some Thailand experience things, dog? Thailand Paul is your boy. Real talk. I ain't playing with you, man. He is playing.
We are fucking massive.
We are that. We are fucking massive. We are the most massive or moosive, like in Canada. Yo, that makes sense, doesn't it? Moosive. Like, yo, we're moosive, but we're massive, guys. Yo, I want to big up Budgie. Straight up, Green Street Elite. He put this together, you know. He put this together, like, not this. This is just like two things. But like, yo, homeboy put this together, dog. And I always play it, but I don't care. If you watch it, you watch it. If you don't, you don't. But you better watch it. What? The squirrel's in the ground. Squirrel, what's up, dog? No, squirrels are scared of me, dog. I remember one time it was mad. I was like having a smoke, like, and having a juice, like, in this little alleyway. Big up KDK, cause like alleyway thing. Big up KDK. But like, yo, I was having like a smoke and a juice, and like, yo, the squirrel came like right by me, and like I was like, what? And like, yo, it just ran off, and then like it ran off in the road, and then got run over by a car, dog. And I never felt so bad because it's like I didn't like scare it or startle it. It wouldn't have run off in the road. But like when I seen it, I was just like, what? And like real talk, doc. Like, yo, when it got run over, it was like air being let out of tires. It was just like oh, so sad. I lost like 2, 3 nights sleep over that still. I ain't even playing with you.
Where's Summer Massive? Let's have a look. What we're going to do on the old Guinness thing today then? Ooh! West Ham are massive, everywhere we go, everywhere we go.
Bowen ain't on fire next season. That's because he ain't shagging Danny Dyer. Real talk. I think Danny Dyer has been like his Big Mac. I think Danny Dyer has been like his Whopper. I think Danny Dyer has been like his like KFC Tuesday thing, like straight up. JP, what you say, rude boy? If you want to jump on, y'all done sending you the link still, man. I'm just talking a bunch of shit though. So I don't know if it's your cup of tea because you come with like facts. And I'm just talking shit. You know what I mean? Real thing.
But they have money. They have short arms. I tell you, the arms are this short. Oh, I'm getting mad. I need to.
Yes, okay, Adam Frankel. Thank you for that. Yes, I did indeed receive a message from you a few days ago. Now, I won't confirm or deny whether I am the incredibly talented and good-looking Charlie Walsh. However, I did write you this lovely message. I hope you will enjoy it. Adam Frankel, quite frankly, embarrassing. Put your City shirt back on and start up. Man City is why we drink. Just think, the viewers would go up dramatically if it was just Wayne. Use your...
Welcome to probably the last ever episode of the Franklin Pete Show. Welcome to probably the last ever episode of the Franklin Pete Show, because Peach...
Much love, Peach. Thank you.
Welcome to probably the last ever episode of the Franklin Pete Show.
Yes, okay, Adam Frankel. Thank you for that. Yes, I did.
Yo, big up Duke, by the way. He never comes on the show because he's always too busy, but big up Duke. I love the man. Lewisham Tavern, go there if you ain't already. Trust that. That's word.
What's up, my brother? Listen, just giving you a shout real quick. This the last one, you know what I'm saying? The best for last. Young P. Chiavelli, what's going on, brother? Hey, brother, hey. Best for last. Young P. Chiavelli, what's going on, brother? Hey.
Hey. What's going on, brother? What's going on, brother? Hey. What's going on, brother? Hey. Pickles and Mac and like, yo, sandwich pack, straight up, big up Charlie Boy, like, that's my G. Like, I don't care. Nobody says that. That's my homeboy, man. Yo, me and him gonna roll through London Stadium like, yo, the Blues Brothers. Real talk, man. Yo, JP, you got a show going? Yo, I cut this one like just now and do the next thing in like 15, 20 minutes, dog. You let me know. Man. Like, when's your show going live? Hold on. Because I got you on my notification thing still. When's it going live? When's your show going live, JP? Let me know. Please. Because, like, yo, I cut this one short. Just so, like, yo, you get spotlight things. Because, like, yo, you're ill, dog. You're ill. Trust me, man. Homeboy puts 2 facts down and 2 things. Like, 2 things to, like, chicken wings and chicken sauce. And, like, yo, prepared like a steak with like chips, dog. How do you mean? I ain't playing with you. Big up Karen. How you mean? Big up Karen. My G from Australia. The one, the only, the big C, the John, the Joe. Hello, love. How you doing? Yeah, lovely. Yo, big up, Karen. So, man, big up JP, big up Budgie, big up all the man them. Like, trust me, big up Happy Hammerette, big up like who Gaza. Yo, who am I forgetting, dog? Like, I ain't looking at no comments, dog. Big up Kimmy K, done up. Big up, like, yo, big up all of y'all, man. Like, if it weren't for y'all, I wouldn't be doing nothing. And, yo, again, big up Charlie Boy.
Morning time vibes, you heard? Yo, they talking crazy. We don't even see them. We got our own money. We ain't trying to be them.
Yo, my man's locked behind the wall screaming freedom. Yo, wish all my homies freedom. I pray to God, but I don't think he's listening. How Uncle Dino just ended up in prison when he just got out. Then he came back out again. But I guess that's the fucking life we live. This that Brooklyn shit. Yeah, I mean that Brooklyn shit. Run up on them, take their whip. Yo.
Take the whip. You know what that means? That means I take the motor. I take the ride. Like, put it on the left-hand side. Like, Karen's in the building. Oh, my days. Karen's in the building. Karen's in the building. Rock, rock, rock. Rock, rock, rock. Yo, I ain't even started. I already played that. That's why I can't play that again, dog. I want to play the what? What? Yo, I'm playing it again, but I just love it because it's like straight out of Upton Park, dog. You mean straight out of Bowling Ground, dog? Straight out of Green Street, Things, dog. How you mean? And Mark Noble, come on, man. The one, the only, the legend, the myth, the man, the mystery, the number 16, the Mr. West Ham. How you mean, dog? Like, yo, the big thing. Yo, so I put the thing in the thing. So anybody that wants to jump on. But Pete's only got no friends. So if nobody jumps on, I already like know them ways that still straight up. But if anybody does want to jump on, the link is in the comments. Right? Like, let me highlight it. There you go. The link is in the comments. So if anybody wants to come on and join, oh, we got somebody. Somebody wants to be my friend. Who is this? Who is this? Oh my days. Oh my days. We got royalty, guys. We, like, yo, I am playing with you. We got royalty in the building, guys. Yo, my G, my G. Okay, I have this question to pose. Aguard and Areola being signed on Monday. What's the deal? What's the deal? What is the deal?
Lord Peach.
Yeah, my G. Well, yo, what do you think about Aguard and Areola on Monday? Like, I seen these things. I think you posted like from X's Patreon thing. Do you think it's official?
Well, I don't think Areola's tomorrow, mate. But yeah, it should be.
No.
Gued should be going. The Gued should be announced at midday tomorrow. As I say, my video's going up on my channel, so that'll be available in about half hour, give or take. But
what's your video about? What's your video about, man?
It's just an update because Peach, is you know the video I did a few weeks ago when the story broke that he was actually going through all the processes.
Yeah.
So I did that.
Yeah.
Because at that time it was £15 million, and now it's been boosted up to 30 million euros. Oh, sorry, £30 million, 35 million euros. So interesting times, mate.
Hey, I think he's worth it. Do you think he's worth it?
I haven't got the slightest Danny, mate. I really don't. I haven't seen him, so I can't. Can't comment on what his
I
qualities.
thought
But
who were you talking about? Aguard or okay? So you're saying 30 million
Aguerd,
for Aguard? What about
yeah,
Areola? Is it still like 8 million quid that we're probably signing for?
I have. Well, that allegedly, yeah, but I haven't seen anything being properly confirmed because everything apparently is the stumbling block is his wages at the minute because he's on a
Yeah,
shitload at PSG. So
yeah, I
or
know.
whatever side he was.
And we only paid half of them, didn't we?
So
Like last season, we only paid half of his. I think we paid like 25 million. No, it's not 25 million. 25,000 like a week for him, and they took over all his other like wage expenses. So how much you think? It's what you think it's gonna be over like 110 a week or no?
club can't. Mate, we talked about this the other week. The club can't reach that high. They won't be able to do that.
I I know,
You
I
see,
know.
this is the problem with it. Does he take wages over appearances?
Yeah. So it might be better like to have like a pay on play type thing for Areola, but if they agree to that, it's a different story, isn't it?
No, he'll never agree to that because he's supposed to
Yeah,
be the next kid in line, isn't he? So
yeah.
it's a tough one. But to be honest with you, if we paid him 45 grand a week plus
Hmm.
clean sheet bonuses, etc., then I think personally, I'm not saying it. That's my own thinking. Nobody's saying that. That's just what I personally think in it. But if we do something like that, then he should, in my opinion, he should snap that right up.
No, I agree with you. But do you think he would like take Fabianski's spot right away, or do you think he'd still be your FA Cup, Carabao Cup, European Conference League goalkeeper? Like, what's
Well,
your thoughts on
well,
that?
as Fabianski signed an extension which hasn't been announced yet for some random reason,
Okay,
then
weird.
I'm guessing this season should be the crossover because Areola's done his interview last season, passed with flying
Yep,
colours as far as I'm concerned, and the majority of
yep.
us are concerned. Yes, all right, he's got a couple of mistakes in him, but no more than Fabianski. So yeah, this is the time of when he should be transitioning up to be the number one.
Yeah,
If of course the deal goes through.
no, but that's it. And it, like, if you had to choose a second, like I've heard like Sam Johnston is in the mix. Um, I've heard Henderson is in the mix. Maybe like I wouldn't mind Ramsdale to tell you the truth. I would not mind Ramsdale,
Mm.
but what's your thoughts on like if we don't get Areola, who would be your second to go to?
That's a tough one, mate. I mean,
It
Nick
is.
Pope is
I know.
another player that we've been looking at,
Yeah,
we've been monitoring. I
yeah.
don't think any actual bids of bid or any interest been going in, but we're monitoring him. Ramsdale again, same sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's a toughie. It really is difficult because
It
my
is, isn't it?
all I can see is Areola in the between the sticks next season. But at the same point, I'd be more happy with Pope than Ramsdale personally. But
Okay,
just
okay.
because Ramsdale's good at that, Ramsdale's very good at some things that Pope isn't, and Pope's very good at some things that Ramsdale isn't. So they're both
Yep.
just as equal as each other.
No, I tend to agree with you. I think Pope is a good goalkeeper, no doubt about it. Ramsdale kind of, I, I, I think he's top dollar too. But Ariola knows the culture of the club, didn't he? Like he's been here for a year. He gets along with the boys, so like, why not keep him and just like negotiate to get his wages down, and
Mm.
we'll be as good as like Mac D's Big Mac. Like honestly think so, man. I'd love to see Areola get that top spot, but Fabianski hasn't done anything wrong. That's you know what I mean.
No.
I don't know.
Well, he's been at fault for a couple of a couple of goals over the last few towards the end of the season, but what defender wasn't at the same point? So you know
There you go.
that's what I'm saying. It's 6 and 2 threes really, 6 and 2 threes.
Yeah, like what they say, like round holes and like square, like what is it? Like round holes and square pegs. What did they
Well,
say?
round square pegs and round holes, mate. Yeah, but it's
Yeah,
not
square
that's
pegs.
not really the case because we've
But
that scenario is more like Masuaku, for example, that's a square peg in a round hole.
Yeah.
You know, he's a winger.
Oh.
He's not a defender.
100%. Now, what are your thoughts on Fredericks and Masuaku going? Would you keep one, or would you like tell both of them to, get lost?
Fredericks, I hate to say it, but I want to see him go because his injury record is abysmal. Very talented player, again, more of a winger than a defender, but again, just his injuries. And Masuaku, he just can't defend. He can't defend, and there's no way in hell Ben Rama's going to get behind Masuaku. So there's no other way other than getting rid of the pair of them, unfortunately. And
that's another one.
And of course, let's not forget, mate. That'd be clearing up a shitload of wages as well, for that matter. We're looking at 80, 90 grand a week on top of that.
Yeah, with John Malenko going, that's freeing up like a ton of money, like a ton of. Do you think Ben Rama's gonna go, or do you think we're gonna hold on to him to see the best of him, and he might do a Boeing next season?
I'm hoping he will do, mate, because let's face it, he's had 2 seasons with us now. He's had one as a proper permanent, and he's I love that, Luke. That's brilliant. I love it. It's really funny. I don't know, mate. It's a tricky one, because we talked about this the other week. Ben Rama's too good for the Championship, but can't really step up to the top half of the table. So
yeah, I agree.
There was a Burnley player we've been linked with recently who's
McNeil?
Yeah, McNeil. I'd take him over Ben Rama. I think it's much better.
Who was I talking to the other day, and he was raving about McNeil? I forget who it was, but he was raving about McNeil, dog.
He's basically like 95% of what Bowen can do on the left-hand side. We need that. Those two together would be just unreal. Absolutely unreal.
Imagine if we signed a person like this, dog. Imagine if we signed this way. He's gone. But yeah, there he is. Imagine if we signed him.
I weren't quick enough to get up the wing that much anyway. I was only half decent right back.
Go on.
I'll tell you what, John, what I said about that McNeil, 2 seasons ago, I was raving about that boy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Last season, he was fucking piss poor.
Yeah, and 1 assist all season.
Yeah, his stats backed up. I think he had 1 assist and no goals all season. It's, he really had a terrible season. I'm not so sure now. I don't have the play you have.
I know what you mean, mate. I know what you mean, but at the end of the day, mate, Burnley got relegated, so he wasn't the only one that wasn't stepping up. So you can't really. But,
he won't. Yeah. But you still expect a little bit more return than that,
course. 100%.
And I just don't know whether he's out of sorts or just everything was going bad, or his confidence. I don't know, but hopefully that drives the price down. And if we can buy him at a reasonable price, I'd take him, and I'd rather have him on the left than Ben Rama, for sure.
Agreed. Completely agree with you, mate. Completely agree. I'm sure Pete will know.
Yeah. What about McGinn? Like, I was saying this the other day, because I forget who it was, but they were raving about McNeil. I don't know if it was Andy Miles. It was somebody. They were raving about him. But what about McGinn? Would you give him a go or no?
Squad depth, maybe. Squad depth.
Yeah.
It's one of them, definitely. But I can't see him starting every single game. But you never know, mate. You never know.
Yeah. No, I hear that. Karen, who do you want coming? Who do you want coming in? Like
everyone.
Oh, there you go.
Kieran, part of the panic brigade.
Yeah. No, quite frankly, I'm not, John. Peachy knows me really well about. I just don't take any notice at all about rumours, or I don't get excited until things happen. And I presume Matey's over the line, isn't he? The centre half, and I don't know enough about him to be even excited about that.
Yeah.
I really don't.
He's all right.
He might be a great centre half, but I've not seen enough of him to say. So I'm not too bothered at the moment. I think the window's early. There's probably most clubs in the Premier League haven't done any business. I'm not you know. So I'm not panicking at all. I'm just going to let the dice roll. Let's see where we go. I reckon Newman will come to the fore. I'm sure we paid him for something. So I'm sure he's got it all lined up. I'm confident that that's to happen. We can't have another January, mate. You know it can't happen.
And one of the things I'm really looking forward to, because I was reading over the weekend, guys, was that Sullivan is taking even further a step back now and leaving it with Newman and Moyes completely in control of the transfers. I absolutely love that. If that is genuine, I'm on cloud nine. I really am.
I thought it happened 2 years ago.
Exactly.
2 years ago. So yeah, that's good. No, and I'm just hoping we get in players that will strengthen, because I mean, we're going to lose 4 or 5, aren't we? We're losing 4 or 5 players. But I don't think out of any of them 4 or 5, one of them was a first team regular anyway. So the first team is what it is still. Now we really need to strengthen Cresswell, and would be nice to see Areola. Like you, I'm not sure if you'd rather have Pope. I'd prefer Pope than Areola myself, but I'd take either one. I'm happy with either one. But I do like Pope.
Why would you prefer Pope rather than Areola? Areola's like already in our culture.
Just a preference. I could be wrong. Areola could prove to be the better goalkeeper, but I just prefer Pope. He just pulls off saves he shouldn't a lot. I think if it weren't for him last season, Burnley would have been relegated probably a month before.
Agreed. Completely agree with you. And Pete, let him have his opinion. Let him have his opinion. Come on.
No, I'm allowed, Pete. Shut the fuck up.
Word up. But no, Areola is the boy.
But I'm happy with Areola. Don't get me wrong. I'd take that boy. But I do like Pope. I just think he's a exceptional keeper.
Yeah, no, agreed. And to back Peach, the reason why we prefer Areola over Pope is we've seen more of Areola in terms of Pope. We only see him for once every blue moon and all the rest of it. But he's a top player. He's a top goalkeeper, and you're absolutely right. Fulham would have been relegated earlier than they were if Areola wasn't pulling off save after save every game. And you're absolutely right. And the same thing with Nick Pope at Burnley. It just shows how bad they were at the time.
I was even a fan of Ramsdale until I watched that England game, and I went, maybe not.
He only played one international friendly, and that was before the Euros, and that was about it. So that shows what he's like, to be fair. But
no, Ramsdale's special, dog. I don't think I know he had a bad England game, but remember Jack Butland?
Yes.
He was all the hype. But where is he now?
Robert Green was good till he put on an England shirt, didn't he? And it all went pear-shaped.
Yes.
Joe Hart as well. Joe Hart was brilliant until he started playing regular for England.
Everyone. Actually, I'll tell you, it's another one I think highly of. I know everyone takes a piss out of him. Is Pickford. I think he's a quality keeper. And I believe he's one of the reasons Everton stayed up this season. You know, when they were bad, the reason they did pick up points here and there is because of Pickford. And I think he got the Premier League save of the season as well.
He did.
He also got the Everton Player of the Year. You know, I'm telling you. And we play against Hungary. We drop him. We give him a rest against Hungary. And we concede 4.
Yeah.
So
it's the point, isn't it? It's the point. Yeah.
I think Pickford's like Yarmolenko. When Pickford puts on an England shirt, he's like a superhero. And same with Yarmolenko. When he puts on a Ukraine shirt, he's a superhero. No, I rate Pickford. Would you have Pickford at West Ham? Do you think
I would take him? I would take him because he is. It just, again, as George Graham, the old Arsenal manager, used to say, a goalkeeper is only as good as his defender.
100%.
You need something good in front of you.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And that is why Joe Hart was so shit with us when he was shit with because he had shocking defenders in front of him. Simple as that. He had terrible defenders in front of him.
I know. Yeah.
Oh my God. Yeah, I wouldn't mind Pickford in the West Ham shirt. I wouldn't like. Is
No.
Jesse Lingard
He's a
coming
bit,
down?
he can
Tell
be a
me,
bit
tell
erratic,
me he's
Peachy.
coming. I want him back at West Ham. Tell me he's
Not
coming,
happening.
please.
It's not happening,
He's
mate.
a bit
Yes, it is.
erratic.
I will bet
Pickford's
you
a bit
a pint. I
erratic
will
at
bet you a
times,
pint.
you know.
He's coming back to West Ham, dog. I will bet you a pint. He's coming back to West Ham, dog. Real talk.
Who is?
Mate, at the end of the day, right? He wants to,
Lingard.
his wages requests are too high for the club, and there's
Yeah.
there's
Fuck him.
there's rumours, and which you can't not we can't not ignore is the fact that apparently he had a very expensive watch stolen while he was on loan with us. So
I heard about
there's
that.
that on top of it. So there's
I
a
heard
few other little
about
bits
that.
from what I've heard, and from the very reliable Lex has been mentioning that for months about that stuff with Lingard, and I
Well,
think that'll be the reason.
it was Ben Rama that teased it, wasn't it? It was Ben Rama that told Ross, wasn't it? Ben Rama, he had like creepy clouds, didn't he? Ben Rama had creepy clouds. Just told to watch.
Yeah. He wanted him out.
Oh my God.
Apparently not. Am I wrong in this? Fredericks is already gone, isn't he? We've dumped him.
Yes, the next 11 days he is, because he won't officially leave until the 1st of July. But yeah, he's gone with Yarmolenko, David Martin as well.
So who's gone, John? Yarmolenko, Dave Martin, Mark Noble, Matsuaku apparently, maybe Frederick.
Matsuaku's not official
He's not
of
released
anything.
yet. Yarmolenko, we've only had 4 players released so far, other than a couple of few juniors. Hey, Bex is in the house.
Becky.
Hi, Bex.
Love you, Becca. Love you. But yeah, it's mad. It's like so. That's 5 players that are going, but there's gonna be more. No,
of course there are. 100%. 100%.
Oh, can't believe we can't. It depends how many you want to get. How many do you want to bring in? We need to bring in 6.
I want to bring
6
to break even. Just to break even, mate. That's the thing. Like you're saying, 4 or 5 players leaving. 6 is
realistically, we need 8, but I'm going to say we need 6, right? Just because be conservative on it. But we can't be selling players, and then it goes up and up and up. We end up needing 10, and we're never going to get 10. You know that's never going to happen. It's never going to happen at West Ham. So I do believe we need to keep to about 6. I would sell Ben Rama tomorrow in a heartbeat if I thought we had a left winger to replace him. Right, I wouldn't bother me one little bit. I wouldn't even flinch. But I don't want to sell him if we haven't got that replacement, because just another player gone, and we haven't replaced like Alea. We never ever replaced him, and I don't want to get in that situation again.
Well, you see, the thing is, from what I reckon, was the reason why nobody bought, we weren't able to get him in, was because there's probably a deal that fell through at the last minute, or for example, we were over reliant on Lingard being the replacement for him. So
true.
But you're absolutely right, though, mate. You completely agree. I completely agree with you on that. To be honest, we needed a striker on top of having Allaire there anyway.
We did.
And as much as I love him, Antonio is not a striker. He's a very, very good centre forward, but he's not a natural striker. He's not a natural poacher for the ball. We need somebody to match him, which is why him and Allaire together work beautifully, because they could feed off each other.
Moyes didn't want it though, did he? He made it very clear that's not the pairing he wanted. He would not play to them strength. He didn't want that system, and I don't blame. I'm a Haller fan, John. Right? I'll say that now before anything else. I am a big fan of Haller, and but I agreed we should get rid of him because I knew Moyes didn't want him, and he weren't going to play to his strengths. So you might as well get rid because he was never going to use him to the strengths that he could be. So, and I could see why he was pissed off at the end. Haller, and I completely understand that. And then he goes and smashes it in Champions League, does well at Ajax, and that doesn't surprise me because
just proves what a good player he is. He was a good player.
Moyes would not bend to make it
shit, dog.
And that's why I've got no
one at a time. Hang on, one at a time, guys. Come on.
I've got no confidence in Moyes actually buying a striker this window. Attacking midfielders, yes. I haven't got real confidence that he'll buy a striker. I really don't. I reckon he'll want to buy an attacking midfielder.
Yeah.
Yeah, and convert him into a striker, like some Arnie things. Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
False nine, maybe joining in. He loves Antonio. Everyone slags Antonio for pulling left and right, but that's what Moyes wants him to do. You know, it's obvious. He wants him to do that.
Antonio is a very, as I said just now, he's a very, very good centre forward, but he's not a striker, and that's the difference we need.
That's
We
right.
need somebody upside along with him. Maybe bring in another right attacker and have Antonio and Bowen up together, and that'll be ideal.
Yeah, he's not a natural goal scorer. John. You're right there. He's not a natural goal scorer.
No,
but he's a good forward.
No.
Antonio
is a striker.
Get on that
He's a striker. I'm showing you, he is a proper center forward. Like, you know how many problems he causes defenses? Like, you
mate, Peach, there's a difference between a centre forward and a striker.
Okay, well, he's a striker and a center forward, so.
Well, that's it then. You won that argument, Peach.
Go on, get back in your green screen, mate. Go on, get back in your green screen.
Oh, it's not a green screen. It's a van. It's parked.
He was taking a piss. Come on.
Oh, yo, John, when's your show going on?
About five or 6 minutes. It's a pre-record, mate, so don't worry, we can still keep going.
Okay, good. So, like, okay, Kieran, who's the striker we're gonna bring in then?
I just said that. There is no striker coming in, mate. Just I don't get disappointed when he doesn't come.
If there's not a striker, we're gonna see Burnley
things. If it does happen, fucking hallelujah. If it does happen, happy days.
All right. So, would you be happy with what looks like the main target at the moment? Seems to be Dennis at Watford. Would you be happy with that?
Yes. I'd be happy with Sarr. I think Sarr. I know he's not striker, but he can attack, and he can defend. I'd be happy with Sarr and the other boy. What's the other boy's name? Starts with a C. Forget his name.
What? Kaleri?
No.
29-year-old Kaleri.
That's who he wants.
Pushing the Zimmer frame. No, shush.
That's who we want back. Peach. That's who we want back, mate.
No, who's that?
Sebastian. Get Sebastian back. We'll be sweet.
No. Put that away. Put that in the bin. Throw it in the bin. No. Who's the Contour? He plays for Watford or somebody like that, dog. And we're after him, and he's good. French guy. He's a French guy. I forget his name, but he is.
That narrows it down.
I know. What's his name, dog? What's his name?
Let's go.
Escargot, yeah, Escargot.
Okay.
I'll have some sales of that. But no, what's his name? It's
Sammy Cargo, yeah.
No. Shut. What's his name? Contour.
Hang on.
We've been linked. Two-thirds of fucking players we've been linked. So come on.
There it is. Cornet. That's it.
Cornet Burnley.
It's spelled Cornet, so I'm going to call him Cornet.
Cornet. He's not an ice cream, it's Cornet.
Just call him 99. Call him 99.
Cornet, dog. It's Cornet. Look how it's spelled.
It's French. You just said it yourself.
Cornet. Cornet. Cornet.
Mate, you live in Canada. You should be able to pronounce this better than us. Come on.
I never paid attention in French class. Like, real talk. I know how to say je m'appelle piss off. That's it. No, but the Cornet guy, you
don't blame you, Peachy, right? Because to live in Canada and pretend you're French is fucking ridiculous.
That's what I'm saying. 100%. But like Cornet, whatever how you say his name, he looks. I'd have him. I'd have Saar any day of the week.
Basically, he looked good. He looked good in bits. He really did. He looked
Yeah, but
really
imagine
quality.
when you got somebody like Bone beside
Over the season, I'm not so sure. I reckon would I have him? Yes, I would take him. No problem. I'd take him. But I'm not sure yet whether
Cornet caused us problems last season when we played them both at home and away. He's a tricky player. He's a very tricky player.
He is. He's a good boy. What I've seen of him, but over the season, there was a lot of games he went missing while I've seen of Burnley. But that doesn't mean we had a lot of players going missing this year in certain games.
But again, it doesn't mean the difference is, Kieran, that we stayed up. Burnley didn't.
We did, mate.
That's the thing. And Luke's totally right with this. I reckon I agree with him 100%.
100. That's what I've been trying to tell you boys. But
but Luke said he'd also get a tune out of Ben Rama. That didn't fucking
he has.
work,
He's made him better. He's still crap, but he made him better than what he was when he first came in.
He made him better.
It's just the only problem is that tune's pretty flat at the minute. He needs to sort himself out, get it in pitch perfect. But yeah, I was gonna make a French horn joke about Cornet, but I'll save that for another time.
That went over people's heads.
I've played a few French horns.
I love that, baby. I love that.
Ben Rama's not a bad player. I just don't think he suits Moyes and the system. I don't think he's quick enough. And
that side, I agree. His decision making and his speed are the two things that have really let him down the last season or so. Really have been.
Yeah.
He's quicker than he used to be, but he's still he's not his concentration levels when he's
not quick enough to get Skinner right back.
Yeah,
and it's only his trickery that gets him any space, and that's the worry for me. I want to see someone with pace on the left wing. Really would like to see someone with pace. So
yeah,
we lack pace probably all around the team, don't we? Really. I'd love to see a bit more pace in the side.
100% agree. Peach, you passed out or something, mate?
He's chasing that squirrel. He's trying to kill another squirrel. He's dropped his phone, hasn't he?
Probably.
I haven't seen anything today, John. Have they had a photo with our Gerd yet, or is that happening Monday?
Well, the actual is supposed to be announced on Monday. So yeah, we'll see. To be honest, it's probably going to be no more different than that photograph we've been seeing of him in the kits over the last few weeks, anyway. So
right,
not too bad from that side of things. But yeah, Peach, are you still with us? He's gone. His battery's died.
Up to you now, John.
All right, so while we're waiting for Peach to reboot your system, by the looks of things, Kieran, what positions do you think we should be reinforcing in and now that the window's been open for the last 9 days?
Yeah, well, priority-wise, I thought the centre half was the least of our worries, but apparently not. I thought usual left back, left wing for me, attacking midfielder, and a forward, which I don't believe we'll ever get. So that's the four I'd like to strengthen. I'd like to see us have a fucking bench that you think, yeah, that's a good bench. I'm sick of seeing teams coming to Upton Park, and I always look at that, John. One of the first things I look, we know where to put the team sheets on, and they show the substitutions. I always look at their subs bench, and I go, fuck, that looks good, or it doesn't. And you think some teams, even though they're not the best team in the world out there, their bench is strong. And I went, wow, these boys could come on and make a difference. And I want West Ham to be that. I want to look at West Ham's bench and go, wow, these boys can come on and really change a game. Where last season, for most of it, I looked at our bench and it looked so weak. We had 3 bloody goalkeepers. We had a couple of young lads that he was never going to play. And Yarmolenko. And you go, oh, fucking hell, man. Who's going to do much for us on here? Frederick.
Well, yeah. Yarmolenko, once he got his confidence back, was a real threat. Really was. But other than that, no, I agree with it. You know, it was a shame that we didn't see more of Harrison Ashby last season.
Yeah.
He was unreal. Really, really good. A brilliant debut that in the cup against Everton the season beforehand when Ancelotti was there. Also, for that matter, the way he played in the Spurs semi final loss in the League Cup.
When he played it in that dead rubber game, John, you know, he was in the Europa, you know, the last game of the qualifiers. He was playing, and he's one boy. Everyone was going on about Elise, but he's the boy that stood out for me.
Yeah,
because I agree. You know, I used to be a right back, so I take more notice. I thought, man, this boy was quality. I thought,
yeah,
you know, he looks a talent, a real talent. But Moyes seemed to be reluctant to promote any of them young lads. So they're either not. He believes they're not good enough, or he's too scared to take a chance. So
to a degree, yeah. I mean, but it's the catch-22 of when you've got a junior on the books. Is the fact that he doesn't get the game time because he hasn't got the experience, but he's not getting the experience because he doesn't get the game time. You know, and it's just it's one of those you've got to take a risk on. And to be honest with you, the biggest letdown for me from a junior's point of view is all this bullshit that's going on with Sonny Perkins and his agent asking for more money, which is why he's going to be leaving soon, unfortunately. I thought Perkins was brilliant in the campaigns we saw him. He was our number 10 in that Europa League game, whereas most of the kids. He's been in a couple of FA Cup games as well. He's a very good player.
He is a good player, right? Another converted midfielder, right? And but what I think the jump from under 23s to Premier League is massive. So again, we've got to look at, is he good enough? Do they really believe he's good enough? You know, or we just, you know, we can watch him in the under 23s doing well. It really doesn't mean a lot compared to playing in the Premier League. But or is Moyes just too scared? Is he too scared to take a chance? Does he not believe in it? Because there's no way he would have stopped Rooney getting into that first team at Everton because he was exceptional, right? He was exceptional from the age of 11. You know, he stood out like a sore thumb. So that was an easy one. But is he just too scared to take a punt on these young lads? I mean, he put them all on the bench here and there and never gave them a sniff. Where there were games he could have done for the last 10 minutes. He could have done. So I wonder, you know, do you blame Moyes, or is he right to think they're not ready? They're just not good enough.
Yeah, no, I agree with you, mate. It is. It's genuinely that catch-22. You got to give them a chance to get the experience.
Yeah.
So you know, I mean, I can get it because obviously, but you know, let's turn the clock back 2 or 3 seasons, right? We would have probably seen more of the juniors breaking through, trying to help fight off relegation than trying to get into the top 6 of the table.
Yeah, because you would have been throwing Hail Mary passes then, wouldn't you? And you would have took a punt. You would have done. Yeah. But when you're trying to break in the top 6, I think managers always seem to go to their tried and true, and you know, and they pick through experience rather than youth.
Yeah,
and they won't take that chance. And I think Moyes is that, and he is a cautious fucker, isn't he? And he's a stubborn bastard. And I don't think that's going to change in the near future.
No, agreed. You know? But the problem is, mate,
John, if we were languishing, you know, 10th to 14th, you know, no fear of relegation, their boys probably got a better chance of having a game.
Yeah,
where
that's the point. That's exactly the point. But the bigger worry now, and it's only going to get worse, is the money that's available depending on tables, and that's the reason why the table positions, I should say. That's the reason why we'll very rarely see any of the juniors coming through unless we're in a very 100% stable position, and that's a real shame.
Robert, they can be a victim of the first team success at times, can't they?
Yeah, so that's the issue.
And, That is
Peter,
the
we
issue.
need to come back, man, because we need to put Roberts' comment up. Because we need. I can't do it from here. I don't have permissions. Robert Singleton's saying, "Is Moyes looking beyond next season with our aging squad?" 100%, mate. 100%.
Oh,
Which is why we're not signing anybody over 26, 27 now. It's all the junior, relatively younger players. I mean, obviously, Agued's 26, but that's different. Defenders can play into their mid to late 30s.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I think anything up to the age of 28 is fine. Because I think in my day, John, we always believed that you're at your prime at 26. Yeah. I think the athletes they are now, they're probably at their prime at 28. No,
it's more actually. You're not that far off it, mate.
They've got more longevity. That's all I'm saying. I think they've got more longevity.
Yeah, agreed. I mean, the average age now is more about 24, 25 that they're hitting their peak because of the tempo of the league and all the rest of it. But yeah, you're not that far off it. There's just more. But you're right from that side of things. That's why I'm saying you're not far off it, because more players are getting to that sort of age and still be able to play 3 or 4 years after that sort of age. You look at, for lack of a better way of putting it, you look at Noble, you look at Scholes, you look at Giggs, you look at who else was it recently? Ronaldo, yep, Messi.
37. I mean, he's 37, had a shit season, but scored 17 goals in the Premier League. There you go. Not bad, huh?
Kept him up, mate. Honestly, they would have been 14th or 15th if they hadn't have bought him in. And and we all know the only reason why he went back in the first place because he was going about to sign for City on that day.
Yeah,
you ain't bloody doing that. You're coming here. That's it.
Some player. Yeah, I think a lot of us are hoping so much for this centre forward, and I've no confidence for signing that centre forward. What would you class Dennis as, John? Would you class him as a lefty winger type forward?
It's hard because he can play numerous positions, which is one of the reasons why we're linked with him. But I'd say if you want to pigeonhole him into any one specific, I'd say he's an attacking midfielder. I reckon. Yeah,
that's sort of what I thought he was. But I'd say, as you said, he plays in so many positions, which would suit Moyes down to the ground. I think he wants players to be a little bit ambidextrous, doesn't he, and be able to move around a bit.
Definitely. Which is not a bad thing because you need it sometimes. You need, you look at Rice. He plays at centre back, plays at centre defensive midfield. Can sit in the number 10 role if he ever when he does those runs and all the rest of it. We need more versatile players. We really do. Really do. Oh, right. So I've just messaged Peach to see what's going on with him. So hopefully he'll let us know. Talk with the devil.
He's indoors.
He's gone on his computer now.
He's falling over now, look.
Yeah. Peach, turn your lights down, man. It looks like Close Encounters over there.
Hey, Wally.
There you go. Morning, Wally.
Yeah, it's Wally. What's up? Yo, sorry about that.
Please, while you was off, right, 120 million bid coming for Rice from Man City.
Shut up.
And I said, sell him. Fucking get rid of him. We've had enough of Rice.
Behave yourself. Behave yourself. Did you see? No. Did you see England the other day without Rice? Phillips looked like a lost man. I said this on the last stream. Like, we need Rice.
He showed up like dog bollocks.
Okay, listen. So what? You're gonna take Rice's place? Is that what's gonna happen? You're gonna come in and take Rice's place, CaN? Is that's what's gonna happen? Yeah.
No, I don't think I would. I don't think I'm up to it these days. If I had Rice and bought him tomorrow for my team, he would be a defensive midfielder only. That's it. I'd keep him there. I'd lock him. I'd chain him up to be a defensive midfielder because he's the best at it.
So you'd have Souček taking going forward,
whoever was next to him, I'd keep Rice where he's best at. I know he wants to be the box-to-box midfielder. I know he can do it, but he's
Did
never
it
going to.
against
He's never
Kidderminster.
going to be a Lampard. He's never going to be a Lampard or Gerrard to score 15, 20 goals a season.
Yes, he will
That will
be.
never
Yes, he will
happen.
be. Yes, he
Never
will
happen
be.
with Rice. I'm telling you that
So
now. Never happen.
it
I
will.
want him to be a defensive midfielder and be the best in the world at it.
I bet
That's
you
what I'd
another
like
pint
him to
on that, Doc. Rice will be box to box at the end of the day. He's like, you know how like
do. Let's go.
in football you kind of work your way from the forward to back. So it's like start off striker,
Yeah.
go in like halfback things, and then go like center half things. I think Rice is different. I think he's going like center half things to like halfback things to like forward things. I honestly do. I he's unlike other players that we've ever seen. And how old is he, Karen? 20 what?
20, basically
22
23.
now.
Isn't it?
22 now, I think. 22, 23, something like that.
Doesn't
Up
he
to
seem like
23.
he
I mean, he's
does?
coming up to 23. But he's magnificent at his age, but I'm telling you, he's not a goal scorer. He's not a Lampard or a Gerrard.
I
Keep him where
disagree.
he's good.
Shut up, John. See, John's agreeing with you. It's like the John and Karen show against
4 goals
Pete.
a season, mate.
Go.
That's all he's good for. 4 goals a season. He's not one of them.
But what's gonna happen? What's gonna happen is that
You're going to have a bloody embolism, mate, the way this conversation's going.
100%. I agree with you. And everybody, check out JP's stream right now. JP WHUTV. Please check that out, my boy. But it's like, yo, I feel Rice is like on the up and up, like center half, like halfback, center forward. I think he has all the tricks in the trade to like do the biz. I really do.
That's what we were saying, mate. We're talking about we need more players that have his sort of versatility that you can play 3 or 4 positions. That's the reason why Vlasic came in, because he can play like 5 or 6 positions. Really irritating that he couldn't capitalize on that. But it's a bit of a shame that we're looking at putting him out on loan next season.
Mm-hmm.
But it's understandable at the same point. We need players that can be able to step up. We really do.
So who are those players that we're going to bring in to step up, Jay? Like,
well, there's quite a few players, but there's no the genuine targets are nowhere near as bountiful as what's being reported on Facebook and Twitter and all the rest of it.
Agreed. Yeah. But if you, because I know you do your research, like, and James from the Anvil, he does his research too. But like, who would you bring in? Like, I know we need. Everybody's saying it's the same story. It's broken record things. Left back, striker, center mid. Yeah, box to box. You're right.
And to be honest with you, mate, that's actually it. Because other than a left-sided attacking winger, right, that's all we really need. And whereas usually every single transfer window we're going is right, we need a left back, we need a right back, we need a centre back, we need a number 10, we need strikers. Blah. Do you know what I mean? The list is like everything. Whereas now, granted, the squad depth still isn't there, but the identifiable positions are a lot easier, not more simple to. That's why we're not looking at as many players as we used to, because we've got competent centre backs, we've got competent right back, we've got a competent left back. But he's inconsistent, but he's definitely competent at the same point.
Agreed.
You know, and which is why for a long time we're not really concentrating too heavily on a defensive midfielder for the reasons you've literally just discussed.
Yeah.
You know, as I say, we don't really need a number 10 because we've got 4 in there already. You know, Lanzini, Fornals, lesser extent Vlasic, but Bowen technically plays Ben Rama plays very well as a number 10 in comparison to being out on the wing. Not that that's his better strength. That's his better strength in comparison. So he should really be in the number 10 role. But at the same point, as I say, we're not really. You know, there's not many targets position-wise now than there used to be because the squad is slowly but surely getting stronger.
It is really like we only have to. We're in a position, John, where we can build on what we have. We haven't been in that position for a while, and David Moyes and his backroom staff have got us to this point. And I who's the left winger that would set it alight? Like, I was always fancying Coutinho, if I'm truthful. I was always fancying him. I thought he would be brilliant. Lingard, he runs that role. Like, who would you bring in on the left side? Like, would you take Jonathan David and put him on the left side rather than being a striker, or what would you do?
That's a good question, actually, mate. He's a player I don't really have much knowledge on because I don't watch the championship.
Yeah.
But in terms of like for example the players we've already discussed it in that left.
No, Jonathan David's at Bruges or whatever in the Champions League.
Sorry, no, I was getting mixed up with the Blackburn player. Sorry, but yeah, no. Again, the only Champions League games I've been watching has been Real Madrid. So there's a few players in there I wouldn't mind taking. That's for damn sure, mate. But we'll never get it from that side of things. But in terms of the players that I'm aware of, as I said, the Everton players and the Burnley players we've been talking about, I would smack them in there at the left side completely. McNeil definitely would really work there.
Yeah.
Cornet, you could convert him into a winger should you want to, because he's got that sort of strength and ability.
Is it Cornet or Cornet?
Cornet.
Is it Jempel or Jempel? No, I'm playing. Go on. But so
Jan Manil is nearer the point of you, mate, isn't it?
So you can see different players being like put in different positions in that, yeah.
Because the thing is with me, because I don't look at every player and go, all right, yeah, he could do that. It's identifying the player and thinking what strengths he could bring to the squad, and that's what makes it very, very difficult to narrow down to genuine players that you think would actually come through. Which is why I only really listen to what X says, and when they says, right, we're looking at this player, then I go out and have a look and see. It's like, yeah, I can see the point. I see Moyes is thinking, or Pellegrini is thinking, as it was in those days. But it's hard. It's hard to figure out anymore.
Exactly that, John. We can sit here and pick 50 players that are good players.
Yeah.
But we can't pick 50 players that suits Moyes and the system he wants to play. And only certain players that fill that category. And we're not sure what they are. That's half the problem. But we have got an idea of the kind of player he likes and wants.
Yeah.
And they don't have to be world beaters. They just have to be sometimes really good players and good workers and play for a team in different positions and do a job that's asked of them, isn't it?
100%.
Yeah, a lot of that. I've always said for the last 3 years I've wanted Zinchenko, but I don't.
I want him so bad.
I wanted him before when he was out of talks with Man City, when he weren't getting a game. That's when I wanted him. And Pellegrini,
he wants to play midfield though. That's the thing.
He does,
I wouldn't
and
mind
he
that.
can do it.
I wouldn't mind that at all. I think Zinchenko was
if it meant getting him over the line, I'd promised him that, and then just say, "Look, mate, you're playing left back this week."
There you go. But I'd like he's an upgrade from Masuaku, isn't he? Like really, I'd have that all day of the year, Zinchenko. Like, but what other left-sided footballers like are there that we could actually like make a reality to bring in to West Ham United Football Club? Like,
no, I think we've mentioned enough, Peach. You got that corner you could use. You got that Dennis.
Should we talk about Rob's question here now? Because it's a very interesting one. This is a very good topic.
You go on, please.
Ooh. Amazingly enough,
mouse ain't working. Hold on.
Amazingly enough, I couldn't. What Robert said there about the 5 substitutions, I couldn't believe that Moyes was so in favour of it. I just thought it was quite ironic.
He's
it's a great idea. Is it?
It is because if you think about it, right?
I know it is.
Hang on. Just to clarify, is it a rhetorical question or is it a genuine question from you, Kieran? Because but it is. It will affect the side because all clubs are going to do it, right? So it's not just how will it impact the West Ham squad. It will impact the West Ham squad because of other substitutions that the other managers are going to be making. Yes, all right. It's going to be they'll be able to bring on stronger players and all the rest of it, which is the reason why I've been banging on for the last couple of seasons why squad depth is so important. And Kieran, you touched on it earlier when we were talking about looking at the subs for each team sheet. That's how it will affect it. If we can get players that come on and go, right, yeah, we're 2-0 down, for example, with 20 minutes to go. Bring on Bowen, for example. It will change things up. Bring on Antonio. That's how it will affect the squad. But in terms of the rotation that I think Robert's hinting at, that's going to be the harder one to figure out. It really will be.
This is my point, John, and I agree with you, right? I really agree with you.
I do too.
In the long run, for football, it's a good thing, right?
Yeah.
But the fact that Moyes, 6 months, 8 months ago, was agreeing to this and going, great. In the last game of that season, when we were under the pump, I looked at our bench and went, we got nothing.
I 100% agree.
And we had nothing.
100.
Nothing to change that game on the bench. And I'm looking at Moyes going, well, what good is fucking 5 subs here on this last game of the season, which could get a 6 point? It was no good to us whatsoever. Now, Moyes might be thinking long term, going, right, I'm going to buy so many players this summer, our bench is going to be fantastic. Right? That's the only reason I can think he agreed to it. Because other than that, it doesn't suit us. It suits clubs with bigger squads and better players on the bench.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying about changing the tactics better than you can with only having 3 substitutes. Because let's not forget the amount of not just us, but I mean, because fortunately we haven't done it, but there's been a lot of clubs this season that have had to play with 10 men with 5 or 6 minutes to go because of an injury. Whereas if you have 5, you can actually balance it up, and it's those little things that are the thinking behind it, which is why Moyes is a big fan of it. And I am as well. But again, as we've talked about, it will benefit Man City, it will benefit Liverpool, it will benefit Arsenal, Chelsea, etc. But in time, it will benefit us as well. I mean, Kieran, you're old enough to remember that there was only one substitute 30 years ago, 40 years ago.
And he was shit as well, John.
Yeah, most of the time, yeah. Most of the time, that one substitute was one of our centre backs. The majority of the time, or a completely useless midfielder.
God, I could go back to the '66 World Cup when there were none.
Exactly. That's the point. And, because there was a big hoo-ha when it moved from 1 substitute to 3 substitutions when the Premier League came in, or the Premiership as it was in those days. And then it's exactly the same conversations people are having 30 years later when it's being bumped up to 5. It's exactly the same because football, from that point of view, hasn't changed. It really hasn't changed.
You're right.
No, true enough. No. I just think back when you could only have 1 substitute, people were more ready to stay on and not want to go off.
Yeah, but that suits Moyes down to the ground. 1 substitute, like he don't make substitutes. Like, yeah.
But Wally makes a good point on that, Peach. If you can put it right at the bottom, please, mate.
Okay, yeah.
Pay attention. Stop rolling your reefers.
You know me too well. You're like my girl, dog. Straight up, I ain't even playing. She tells me the same thing every day. Okay, let's go. There it is.
Is it 5 subs but only at 3 points of the match? It is exactly right, that mate. Exactly right. You can have 2, 2, and 1, or 2, 1, 2. Etc. But as long that's the point. And I guarantee the majority of next season for Moy, it's almost like Formula 1 pit tactics from that point of view. And it's going to be. And I guarantee Moyes' substitutions are going to be 2, 2, and waiting for that 1 if there's an injury towards the end, and then bring that and make that substitution. And of course, don't forget we've got the head injuries substitution on top of that as well.
Yes. And we need that monster to come on. Like, how many times, John and Kieran, how many times have we watched the matches? And it's like, they bring the substitutes on, but it's like, they're no game changers. Like, they ain't no Tevez's or Payet's. Like, I know Payet is a bad word in East London. I get that.
He's French. It's Paye, remember?
Not for me.
Oh,
not for me.
John, me and you are gonna have it out, dog. Me and you are gonna have it out, dog. But no,
I love my Poyet. I still love Poyet. I love him.
Me too, but he's not everybody's cup of tea. Like, and he's London, like, place that,
I know
like,
Jerry's cup of tea is. He's
like, straight up. No, but like, we need those players that can come on and change games. And when we bring on our substitutes, they can't change games. Like, they can add to what we're doing, kind of maintain what we're doing, but they're no Joe Coles, they're no Paulo Di Canios. They're
the disappointing thing, and I think it goes back to January. And I'm fed up with going on about January. I give up 2 months ago. Why didn't we fucking buy in January? And I'll give up saying it. I mean, fuck it. Yeah. It's pointless. Yeah. But when you get to a bench where you got a crowd that is not going to play, you got 2 goalkeepers you're not going to see, and you got 2 youngsters on. So your bench, right? How many be on the bench? About 8 or 9. And there's 4 or 5 out the equation already. And then, right, so now I'm looking at, all right, we got Fredericks, we got Noble, we got Yarmolenko. Oh, for fuck's sake, who else?
That was about it, actually, mate, to be fair. That was about it. That was about the options.
I was happy when Ben Rama didn't get a game, right? Because at least maybe he could come on and do something special.
Yeah,
because he has got it he's got it in his locker. He don't show it often enough, but he has got it. You think, well, at least he can come on and maybe we'll see something. And
do with the tricks. Yeah.
But there you go. Next year, that's what I'm saying. Moyes must believe that he's going to sign that many players. Our bench is going to look fucking fabulous next season.
Which is one of the reasons why this is relevant to Robert's question earlier when you're saying about Moyes looking at the bigger picture of the longer term with our aging players. That's what it's going to be. He's going to be preparing the squad over the next 3 or 4 windows to have that ready. Only problem is we'll still be 2 or 3 seasons behind that as a result of it.
Yeah.
Right, John. So here's a question for you now. We got this again that none of us really know that much about. Who starts the first game as a centre-half pairing?
Oh, good question.
I wouldn't be at all surprised if we saw Aguerd and Ogbonna. I wouldn't be at all surprised.
What about
really?
Zuma? What about
really?
Zuma? I'd say Zuma's in there, dog. I'd say it would be Zuma.
Yeah, I can't see him not being the first pick, John. Zuma.
But you see, the thing is that unless we sign with somebody that's more expensive, I reckon he'll put out Aguerd and either Ogbonna or Zuma. It'd be one of the two. I can see Aguerd certainly being in there.
I can't, because do you know the statistics? If you like go on Google and like look at Ogbonna's statistics and Zuma's statistics, like they were like 2 of the best like central halves.
Ogbonna was fantastic. Ogbonna was brilliant before he got injured.
But if you remember, Pete, I'm agreeing with you 100%. But when you think about stats, right, Aguerd stats, granted for Rennes, were very, very good, and also it's a centre back that none of the managers have actually got tactics for to play against.
But not in the Premier League.
This is the point. This is the point. Aguerd could. I'm not saying he will, but he could be that little bit that gives us the point that I predicted in the fixtures video that I did the other day against City, because nobody will know other than the back three that are playing along with him what he's going to do.
No. So on that, John, then we are relegating Dawson to 4th pick centre half.
No way. See,
potentially.
No.
A 26-year-old defender and a 25-year-old defender over a 29-year-old defender and a 28-year-old defender.
I hear what you're saying about Aguerd. Like that, John. Honestly, that's a very, very valid point.
He hasn't paid for him to not play him, I'll imagine. I just wonder whether Ogbonna comes back fit enough to be what he was. Right? And if not, it's Zuma. And I agree with that. It's them 3.
Oh,
Dawson
Bonner.
then, and then that basically leaves Diop. If we put Dawson in front of Diop, it leaves Diop out in the cold.
And Dawson.
Well, apparently, once this Aguero deal goes through, Diop is meant to be being sold in the next 3 to 4 weeks, from what I'm understanding of it. So that's the reason why.
Have
But
you
I
heard?
think
Have
what
you
is, I
heard
think
where
what is,
to? Have
I
you
think
heard
what
where
is
to?
not nothing really at the moment yet, Peach.
Okay.
But I think what is comment at the moment is because of what Noble said the other day.
What did Noble say today, Doug?
He said, you know, I'm now thinking that against I'll be on the beach when Dawson plays against Haaland. That makes me laugh.
I saw
I
that.
sent it to the group the other day, mate.
I did. I saw it. I know. I saw that.
I think that's what he's referring to there.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, that's the only thing with that, John. I want to see Dawson play against Haaland.
Don't get me wrong, mate. I'd talk to you as well.
me too, I
I'd be
think
very happy with that. I kind of think that Moyes is going to go. It's the first game of the season at home against the league champions. He's going to want to try and put out the strongest defense he possibly can, and that could involve. Bearing in mind that Aguero can actually play left back as well as centre back. I wouldn't be at all surprised.
I'll go 3 at the back, John.
Yes.
3 centre halves.
Yes.
Yeah.
Dawson, Zuma, and Obama. Like Aguero, I don't think. Do you think he's gonna? Because you know Moyes. Moyes doesn't really put his new signings in right away. Do you think Aguero's gonna get on the starting lineup?
I think,
as I said earlier, Pete,
in preseason, I guess.
Yeah, it depends on his preseason. If he's fit enough, bam, he's in.
Yeah.
I think if anybody holds back to Bonner for not being match fit and coming back from a bad injury, so I think he could be the one that's sitting on the bench.
Yeah, but
again,
for all we know, Karen, Obama could have been training all this time.
He could be, yeah, but he's not match fit, and I just think he might be sitting on the bench waiting for his chance. And
exactly.
Maybe Man
City. Roberts just said exactly what I was about to say.
Oh, what is it? Robert,
you're supposed to be a host, mate.
I'm not that. I am not that. I'm not that guy. I'm not that guy. But no, let's go on to Robert's comment.
It's absolutely, Robert is 100% spot on. It gives Moyes choices.
And we did.
We'll be having this debate over various different platforms and fan bases we're talking about this for weeks until the game, because everyone will be asking, right, is it going to be Aguero? Is it going to be Bonner? Is it going to be Zuma? Is it going to be Dawson? You know, it's great. Going to be entertaining.
It's great to have that. And I think we had that last year, right?
Yeah.
When we started that season, I was banging on about that last year, about how good it was that we had 2 centre-halves basically for the Premier League. We had 2 centre-halves for Europa.
Yeah.
And it was great. I mean, and they were all good centre-halves.
Yeah.
You know, they all had their good and bad days, but they're all good centre-halves. So Bonner was having the time of his life. Yeah. Dawson stepped up another level, didn't he? And Diop done all right. Had a couple of bad ones, but he done all right. And then you bring in Zuma, and you go, wow, 4 centre halves, we're flying here. And all of a sudden, they all got injured.
Exactly.
You go, what happened there? But,
and that's the point. That's the point of having those 4 reliable players that will be able to come in. And let's not forget, guys, first game of the season is 7 weeks away. It's going to come around so quick. It's unreal. It really is unreal.
Yeah, is that the first Premier League game, John?
Yeah, 7th of August is the Man City at home game.
When does that qualify for the Nations League thing? Is that before then or after?
I don't know.
I think it's September maybe, because we've got a short window before the World Cup does.
Okay.
I mean, I don't care about the Nations League. It's a glorified friendly. It really is.
It really is. It really is.
But still,
it's funny that, isn't it? We have the Nations League, and then all of a sudden, there's no friendlies.
Glorified friendly. That's perfectly.
No, I mean, I'm sorry, I didn't mean it. Not the England Nations League. I'm talking about our European competition.
European Conference League.
Conference League. That's
conference. Sorry, I meant conference.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Can't remember actually.
Is it? I'm not sure if it's before the Premier League starts or after.
No, it's if my recollection.
Our round isn't before the league starts, because there's other qualifying rounds, because we only start from the playoff, if I remember correctly,
in August, and then we play in November. if my recollection is right. It's August, like 22, 23 or something, and then we play not like the year, but the date, like August
Yeah. It's
22nd or
something like
August
that towards the
23rd.
end of August. Yeah.
Yeah, and then
Whereas the
November.
other round, but Kieran, you're right, mate. The other rounds start at the end of July, beginning of August, and then it
Yeah.
bumps in that way.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wasn't sure if we had our qualifying game before the Premier League starts or not. I still don't. I'm not sure about that. Not that it matters because it's going to be everyone's going to be back for pre-season by then anyway.
Exactly.
And with no break at all, really, not much of a break at all.
Kieran,
And
what's your thoughts on the conference league? Are you excited about it, or are you disappointed, or we're still in Europe? Like, hooray! Like, what's up?
I'm disappointed when we didn't beat Brighton and get
Me
6.
too.
Yeah, I was disappointed in
too.
that. But at the end of the day, the bronze medal was fucking conference. And it's still European football, which keeps our momentum going, playing European football. And if we want to continue as a club and as a squad and getting better, we need to be doing these things every year.
Yep.
And I'm happy that we're continuing it, It's not often in my lifetime that we've had 2 competitive seasons like we've just had.
Yeah.
2 Europeans. I don't remember any, to be honest. So I'm delighted that we've got some kind. Whatever you think of that Conference League, doesn't matter. We're playing in a European thing, and if you look at that final, who was it? Roma and forget Roma who won it, and I mean that's just a big side in there. That was Roma. That's Roma's first European cup they've ever won, which is amazing.
That's right.
So even for Roma supporters and all that, that's a memory, and they've just got a European trophy, regardless of what it is. I'd love to do that. I'd love to do that. I'd love West Ham to do that. Fuck it.
I agree with you.
Of course. That's the whole point. Which is why those that understand football are buoyed by the fact we've got European football again next season. Robert, just really quickly, Robert, let us know where you found that out about the Rangers in the pre-season, because it's not confirmed.
Oh no, I got it. They're trying to do it up. They're trying to do it up. Pre-season Rangers, real talk. They're trying to do it up, and it's supposed to be the final that never happened. And yeah, where did I get
apparently
it?
We are going to Scotland pre-season again, aren't we?
JP, newsnow.co.uk.
Maybe that's
It was on there. It was on there. I think.
I know, but mate, that is as great as that website is, because I use it for a lot of my research. It takes every single website ever that mentions West Ham.
Oh, I know.
Doesn't mean it's true.
I know. I think it was on like Hammer Zone or like West Ham Zone or something like that, or Hammer's News. It was on something like that, and it said that it's not legit, but they're looking to do something. It was like August or July.
Yeah, be towards the end of July, I would imagine.
Yeah. Like,
if it is going to happen, then it will generally be like the last fixture before the season officially starts.
Yeah, because we got who else we got in
we've got Servette over in France.
Yes.
And there's Ipswich, Bournemouth, Reading, and Luton.
Luton, that was the team I was thinking about.
All toughies there, mate. All toughies.
I know, I'd love
I'll take a draw. I'll take a draw on all of them.
Oh, me too, dog. I'd love to see Luton back in the Premier League. Honest to goodness, like
I'd love to see Reading back. To be fair, mate, because I just think it's fucking hysterical. Reading are a very, very good side, but they are so funny to watch sometimes. They really are.
What's the stadium called, dog?
It used to be the Majeski.
Yes, that's it. That's
used to be that.
About.
It's now called. Yes. It's now the Select Car Leasing Stadium.
What?
God.
Yeah. No, that's what I saw. That's what I saw. Select Car Leasing, and I was like, "What the?" Because my cousin lives in Reading, and I was like, "What the car leasing stadium?" Like they named it wrong. It was supposed to be what's the beer? Carling. It was supposed to be Carling Stadium, but it's car leasing stadium. I was like, no, thank you. But honestly, like when you look back on this season, And we look back to like the beginning of the season, we were bricking ourselves because we had Europa, we had the Premier League, and then what did we do? We beat like Lyon favorites. We beat Sevilla, whatever you want to call it. We beat them. We had a good season, man. Like we beat the European competitions are much different than the Premier League. And it was so good to see West Ham do so well with a 23-man squad. I was mind blown. I was mind blown.
Well, we talked about it last week, Peach, didn't we?
We did. Yes,
you came on with Tony and we
did.
talked about it. But yeah, it was. If anyone hasn't already gone and watched that, watch it because it's some very funny conversations going on in that when it. Very
Tony's
funny.
a good boy. Tony.
Yeah, he's a top lad.
Yeah,
his transfer videos have been absolutely spot on. He really has been brilliant with them. But yeah, no, it was. I said this time last year when the fixtures went out. I said if we had a decent Europa League campaign, I could see us getting relegated. I really could because we didn't have the squad size.
You said that on the video. Yeah.
I'm hold my hands up. I'm glad to be proven wrong. It doesn't happen all that often when it comes to West Ham, but I like being proven wrong when it comes to stuff like that. But we've had an unbelievable season. Everything. I think out of all of the 55, 56 games that we played.
Yeah.
I think you can say there wasn't more than 5 or 6 games where we weren't very happy. That's 50 games where we were absolutely loving it. Never happened in West Ham history before.
No. And it's the same old shit, though.
I can attest to that, John. It doesn't happen often, mate. And I'll tell you, we older boys wax lyrical about Trevor Brook and Billy Bonds and Alan Devonshire. Believe you me, even with all them players and Bobby Moore and Jeff Hurst and Martin Peters, we had miserable days at Upton Park.
Oh, God.
And away, miserable day. We were terrible all over the park, Bobby Moore included. Right, we were fucking shite. Right, but we don't like to remember them. We just remember the good days.
Exactly.
Right? And
86-87 season. How bad was that? We didn't reinforce in that season. That was a lot of heartbreak in that. A hell of a lot of heartbreak. Yeah, the season beforehand was the best campaign we've ever had.
To have a season where you had Cotty McAvenny, and I remember that was my last season, John, before I left for Australia. That was my last season of going all over the country watching West Ham. And
that's the reason why you went halfway around the world. So I can't fucking do this.
That's the reason. That's the reason.
That's the good season. I'm talking about the good season where we could have won the league that year. We could have won it.
I know,
we were good enough to win it.
2 games. Was it 2 or 3 games short?
It was 2 games short. It was 2 games short. If I'm correct, it was 2 games short.
And we started badly, and I remember we had Paul Goddard up front, and he got injured, and then they threw McAvenny in with Cotty, and they just hit it off like on fire every game we went to. I'm used to going watching West Ham all over the country, John, all through the 70s and early 80s of losing. Most of the games I ever went to away from home, we lost. Most of them. And then all of a sudden we were winning them. We were winning. I was going games. Wow, we're winning. We went to Chelsea. We're winning.
Tell them about the Swansea game, dog. Tell them about the Swansea game, dog. Like when you got bricks thrown at the train and that. Tell them about the Swansea game, dog.
That was the last. Yeah, that was Swansea away. I can't. There was a winter go, January. I think it was January '75, John, and we went there. I think we won 3-1. I remember Davy Cross scoring, and I forget who else now. But coming back, we had a few scuffles on the way back to the station. But we got into the train, and we were leaving, and we went past this bridge, and then fucking every fucking window come in, John. Bricks come from everywhere. Took out every window, right? We were hiding under the fucking seats, right? With all these bricks coming through the windows. And then I went to the next station, right? And it was freezing in the fucking carriage. And then they just stopped. And they were already They're all ready with the new windows to put in, and just with suckers, just put them back in new ones and went ding, 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 and off you went again. So, to me, it must have happened before, and it was a thing at Swansea that you just got your train got bricked as you left. So, yeah, good day. But a good win. As I say, we didn't win that often, but that season with Scotty McAvenny, was that 85, 86? Was that the one I'm talking about?
It was, yeah.
Yeah, that was just a great season. You know, that's the last time I really was active and going away and watching West Ham all over the country.
Cool.
But
Well, guys, it's been nice to talk to you. I need this beer. I've got a couple of things to do. Kieran, it's nice to finally see you put a face to the name. Peach, behave yourself. And
never,
guys,
ever. How do you mean? Never. That would be boring. Never, ever. No, never behave myself. Thank you,
guys.
for coming
Look
on,
after yourself. Have a fantastic weekend, and enjoy. And we'll call Kieran for you. It's Monday morning over there now, but. Yep, guys, nice to see you. See you soon.
Happy Father's Day to everybody, yeah? Honestly, like, happy Father's Day to everybody, especially you, Karen. I don't know if you got kids, John, but happy Father's Day to your father. And if you have kids, happy Father's Day to you for having kids. Honest.
It's not Father's Day here, that's all. We have a different date for it in Australia.
No, it's all the same date, you dickhead. It's all the same
not
date.
Here, no, yes, they've got a different date for it in Australia.
You got different dates, different times, different this,
different
rhymes.
Days. Everything's different, mate. Everything's different.
So when's Father's Day for you?
I don't fucking know. I don't say any no. I just know it's not today in Australia.
Oh,
you wouldn't hear the fucking last of it, would you?
Oh my days.
Shit. Buy your dad this, buy your dad that. Maybe it was. I don't know.
There you go. Artisan.
Let's put this way. If it was, my boy got today.
And you'll be like, what the fuck?
If it was Father's Day, Kieran got me fuck all. So there you go. So it's not me. It's not me who missed it, is it? It's him.
It's your boy that missed it. Oh, I love talking to you. JP knows like two things, doesn't he? Like, I love talking to the boy. You know, two things, man. It's good to have him on. Honestly, he's a good bloke, man.
I guess better than anyone.
No, yeah, that's because you guessed. That's because you guessed. You don't. You're just like, you guess. But then you put two tricks out your ass when it's like, what? Like, okay, hold on. Like, you're talking about like this match with this many goals, this player that scored it. So it's like, no, do that out yourself, dog. It's like you wind me up because like you be talking shit and then it's like, oh, hold on a second. Oh, this match, this person scored, that person scored. The final result was this, that, and the third. I'm like, what the hell? Like, oh my days, Karen, you're a beautiful man, Doc. You're a beautiful man, and you pull it out of like the blue, like thin air, skin air.
I'm gonna shave the beard off tomorrow. That's coming off.
Oh, why are you doing that, dog?
I'll shave it down anyway. I'm gonna get it right down to a stubble. Let's put it that way.
So Papa Smurf is gonna go to like what? Papa Smurf will go to like Baby Smurf. Real time.
Father's Day's see that Paul, Thailand Paul. Father's Day's every day.
That's it. Yeah, I agree with that.
Fucking see, you wouldn't have seen it because I'm a Thailand Paul fan. He had a Ruby Murray today, son. I've watched it already.
I haven't watched that. What was it? Like chicken tikka masala, butter chicken, vindaloo? What was it?
He had a chicken vindaloo. A chicken vindaloo with garlic naan, and what was the other one? And a basmati rice.
I can't. Between me and you, my friend. Between me and you, it's on flipping YouTube, isn't it? But like between me and you, I'll still say that I can't have a garlic naan. Like a garlic naan is like a fake garlic bread. And I'm
a great fan of naan bread, right? But see what? See paratha. I love a paratha.
Me too. 100%. Yes.
I like a paratha more.
Yes.
I might have had both. I might have had a paratha and a naan, not just a normal naan. and a
Yeah.
paratha.
Like
And he showed you the menu. I do like that, Paul. When you show the menu, right, and you show
good.
what it costs, you show the bill and what it costs you.
How much?
Because
How
I
much
think
was it?
I've converted it right. I think
How much was
25
it?
baht is an Australian dollar. But I want Paul. Well, you know, Paul, I'll talk to you now. You know, when you put up them things, the price comparison to
I
dollars
loved
and
it.
pounds,
Yeah.
euros. I
Yeah.
want him to do it. Well, just one episode where you put Australian dollars on there, because I think an Australian dollar is 25 baht. So when he
So
had that big curry, the curry he had with a big beer,
yeah.
only cost him about 17 Australian dollars. That's how I worked it out, which is
Okay.
cheap as
So
fuck.
how much would that be in like sterling? Like what the vindaloo he
He
had
took,
with
he
the
took
garlic
it up
naan
there.
and that?
I'd imagine sterling it would have been about 11, 12 quid. 11 quid, something like that.
That's nothing. That's nothing, dog. Like I gotta excuse me, I gotta pay like $25 for like naan, rice, curry.
No,
Like
same here.
more so like $40. More so
It's
forty
right.
dollars. So
I'd
it's like
pay
20 quid. It's like 20
for
quid. So
what
it works
Paul
out the same, doesn't it?
had there. I'd pay $35 to $40 for it
Did it
in
look
Australia.
good? Did it look
And
good?
yeah, it looked all right, mate. It looked
Oh,
bloody good.
lovely. Lovely.
And yeah, you go 10 quid. He's saying, Paul. So it's
That's
right. And
mad.
I reckon I worked out about 17 Australian. Right. So
That's
which
mad.
is good. Say it's after price what I'd pay here, probably. But it
Like
did
like
look good. It looked all right. It looked all
Kieran,
right. I don't know. I'm not tasting it. You know,
Kieran,
a lot of curries look all right, but
we'll go to like we got a wicked curry house like down the road. It's brilliant. What's it called? Oh, I got to big up You Can Puff. But we go to a wicked curry house down the road called Coriander Green. And the chef there is immense. He even has like a thing on YouTube, Chef Haminder. You should check it out. Like he's really, really good. And he does like your British curry type, like Brick Lane
yeah,
things.
yeah.
Oh, 100%. But like you got it there like $20 for a curry. And then like let's say $5 to the rice. And let's say $5 or $3 to the naan bread. So that's like 25, 6, 7, 8. You're like, yeah, you're looking like after tax, like $30. Like
Yeah.
real things. But it's worth it. It's worth it. Now $30 converted into English pounds would be 15 quid.
Yeah.
And that's not bad, is it? Like
No, that's not bad. No, that's
no,
not bad.
it's not bad. What's your
No,
favorite curry? What my favorite curry is lambuna. What's your favorite curry, man?
I like mixture. I like a madras, but I do like a
Yeah.
prawn curry. I like a prawn
Oh yeah.
masala curry too.
That was my favorite. Like
But
yeah, go on.
my favourite here lately, Peach, has been goat curry.
I love goat. I
Love it.
like West Indian goat, not like East Indian goat. I like
I don't care where the goat comes from as long as it's in there.
This guy- But the East Indian goats are
Get him in
different
there,
than the West
right?
Indian goats.
Fucking slit his throat, right? Cut him up and get him in the curry. I don't care where he comes from.
No, but it's such a taste, and it like it like
I
lamb.
like it.
Lamb is my go-to, but
Yeah,
like,
lamb's my go-to until I
oh,
met goat.
but what did the goat say to you?
He said, "Mate, it's going to cost you if you want to do me there."
No, but goat is like there's this one place I went to called Pot of Gold, and it's in like just the next town, and they do like it was a West Indian place. They do goat, like barbecued goat with whatchamacallit, jerk chicken on the grill. Kieran, absolute magic. Like, oh, it's like it's mad. It is absolutely mad.
I'm just amazed how nice the goat meat is.
Oh,
You know, how it's
it melts
how
in your
it's
mouth.
not, you know,
Yeah,
how it's
it
not
melts in your mouth.
more popular than it is. It should be
Oh,
more
I agree.
popular because it's lovely.
I
Lovely
agree.
meat.
Like they got like they got one roti place down the road, West Indian, and they'll do the goat, but they'll like pan fry it, so it's like kind of like tough on texture. But then you go to this next roti place that's just down the road, Renee's, and she cooks it like in a whatchamacallit, a pressure cooker. She cooks it
Yeah,
like a pressure
exactly
cooker.
that.
Oh,
'Cause
it
I've got a
melts in your
feeling.
mouth,
I've
my
got
friend.
a feeling that goat's one of them meats. If you cook, like
Yep.
on a pan or whatever, it could
Yep.
be tough.
Yep.
But if you
Yep.
stew it in a curry or a stew
That's what you do.
or in
Yeah.
a pressure cooker,
Yeah.
it can be tender as tender as you want, and
No,
that's
it's
what
like,
I've
it's like butter. Yeah.
in the curries I've had. It's been beautiful, really tender meat.
Do you get good curries like out like in Australia? You get good
No,
good
no,
curries?
not enough. No, the suburban curries here are pretty average, and that's why I don't eat it very often because there are certain restaurants. If I went into the city, which I don't do very often there,
Yep.
are really really good. But I have to make a real effort to go and do that, and I can't be asked.
Nah, don't be bothered. Don't be.
But
Hey, have you?
the ones in suburbia are okay, but that's all they are, mate.
No, I hear you. I hear you. When there's somebody coming in, I don't know who it is. Uh-oh. You're
Oh,
fucking
fuck
this
off!
fucking guy. I know.
Not
Fuck
that
off.
fucking
This
idiot.
fucking guy. This fucking guy.
Wait
Like,
one moment. Wait one moment.
if
Fucking
you,
one moment. You turn up and there's
yo,
one moment. Fuck. I'm gonna have one moment and fuck you. Because
yo, see,
now I've
we
got
know
a
what it
problem
is.
thinking.
We started talking about goat, and we started talking about curries, and then
Oh, now I
that
can hear
budgie
you.
that came in the building. Yo, if you ain't subscribed, Green Street Elite is the place to be. I ain't playing with you. Like, it's real things, real talk, big
Oh,
things, big walk.
where's he gone?
He's fucked
He's
up
run
because you
off, hasn't
came
he?
on.
Look.
He's fucked up because you came on. Budgie, boy. How is
Hi,
everything,
Paul.
my G?
All right, mate. Yeah, I'm good. I'm good, thank you. How are you, sir?
I'm brand new, and I'm glad that
Wally?
you are good. I'm glad that you are good. You look like $1 million. I love that. Like, yo, I'm gonna ask you a question. I am going to ask you a question, dog. Listen, shush.
Yeah, go on.
Season review, like West Ham, like doing so well with the 23-man squad, beating Seville, beating Lyon, finishing 7th. What's your thoughts?
Shite.
Oh, fuck off, Karen.
Oh gosh.
Right, son. How you doing, bud?
See, all right, mate. I'm very well, thanks, Kieran. How are you, son? All right. Right. So, season review.
Yeah, go on.
Whoa. How long have you got? How long have we got?
10 seconds.
Right. Yeah, look, it's a 30 to 45 second round up of the season for me.
Go on, my G.
Started off on fire, absolutely on fire.
Yeah.
Was super proud of how we started the season.
Yep.
And as usual, we kind of lost our legs a little bit further on into the season, but we were still doing really well in Europe. Our league performances were suffering as a result, but hey, listen, we got to the semi-final of a major European competition. Not every team gets a chance to do that. Not every club gets a chance to do that. I mean, we're talking about, clubs like Man City that have failed to get to the semi-final, to the, Champions League even, before now. So, we done very, very well in Europe last season.
Agreed.
Cannot beat what we did. Well, we can. Next season, we can go on and do better.
Yes.
But as far as the league is concerned, we've had our hiccups during the league, and that's no different to really any other season that we have. The only major difference, as I said, was the success we were getting in the cup, in the Europa, and etc. So it kind of helped to build a little bit more momentum during the season. And I felt that even though we had one or two dodgy results, I felt we finished the season quite well, to be fair. And the fact that, Michail Antonio's legs were fit from day one to the last day of the season really was brilliant. The fact that he only had, what was it, 2 games out in the whole season?
Yep. That was it.
Come on. Come on, we're talking about Mikel Antonio. That never happens.
I know. I couldn't, honestly, Budgie, I couldn't believe it. Like, every time he went down in a match, I was putting my, like head in my hands. I was like, oh, no, not again. Like, it's gonna be the same thing. But he nailed it. Like, throughout the whole, I don't know, like, they're saying, like, dietitians and this and that and whatever, but I was very proud, and I thought that Antonio killed it this season. Like, without.
Yeah, I mean, okay, there was a lack of goals. We know that. I mean, we know he's capable of so much
fitness. He kept fitness for the whole season. That is unlike Antonio.
Exactly, and do you know what? He worked harder this season than he had from most previous seasons.
Yep.
And stayed fit. Come on, Kieran. I know you're laughing, mate, but don't you think that's actually quite an achievement for Mikel?
100%.
My only fridge magnet I've got, Gazer.
Oh, shut up!
I just showed my fridge magnet. That's what I was laughing at. Sebastian Haller, my man, 22, my number.
Sebastian Haller is shit, dog. Like, yo,
that's the number you want. That's the number you want, son.
Said, mate. I don't know where you get that number from. Shite.
That's from my playing days, son.
All right. No, I agree with everything you said. Yeah. Really done well.
Everything you said.
We lost legs.
Acted in the Premier League.
The other thing I'll disagree a bit is we lost momentum there near the end. If we'd had a stronger squad, I think we could have got the 6th spot, and we didn't. But such is life. But we done well. We'd had a great season. We done well.
Agreed.
So there you go.
So P. Gads, good afternoon. What has got 6 arms and 12 teeth? Well, it's clearly not me, because that's got more teeth than
That's Kieran.
I have.
That's Kieran.
We've got 2 teeth.
Kieran, Sebastian Haller cannot cut it in the Premier League. He can't. Like, you saw what happened. I know we didn't play to a system. I know we didn't do this, that, and the third. It's like Chicharito, isn't it? Like, Chicharito barely cut the mustard of Manchester United, but, like, yo, he didn't do it for us.
Apparently, the answer is this show. 6 arms and 12 teeth.
There you go.
Between a lot of us.
Boss. I got, like, yo, you don't want to see me like 6 arms and 3 legs.
Luke Legend's answer was 3 Glaswegians.
I love that.
Oh, mate, brilliant. So,
thank you, Mr. Gadd. Mr. Gadd, thank you for that taking the piss.
Yeah, thanks for that, mate. Remind me to send you a T-shirt. Do you know what? I've actually got 4 T-shirts to give away.
Like what? You're gonna like cancel out?
They're my fucking giveaway.
No. Wait. Gently. I had these cheap T-shirts done, and I'm not happy with them in the respect that they're the wrong colour red.
Yeah,
I'll give them
because I ordered them in the maroon and they came in red.
I saw that red. It's bollocks.
Yeah, it's horrible. So I'm gonna give them away, mate. If anybody's a painter and decorator or whatever, and you want to splash paint on them, please do.
I'm a painter, decorator, and the man to like.
I'll send you one of them if you want, Peach.
No, I'm playing with you, dog. I'm like joking aside. I'm playing with you.
Listen, I'm going to get some better ones made up.
I know.
One's for competition purposes.
You already told me.
But these ones are just giveaway.
You already told me. You got a proper.
If anybody wants a shirt that I'm not happy with,
Kieran,
I might just wear them for work myself.
Kieran, let me show you. I talked to Budgie like the other day, and he said, like, Peach, I got your T-shirt all planned out, like designed this, that, and the third. So I don't want none of them whack things. I want the Peach one. I want the one that you're gonna send me, dog. Like real talk. What? Like West Ham with a black kit and like Peach on it? It's like the universe is like hearing me, dog. The universe is hearing me, dog. Like
Yeah.
When did we have like we're claret and blue all the way through? Like when did we have like black and peach? Like I'm getting one of them t-shirts like straight up. That's 100, man. I ain't even playing. Like yo, it's like this. It's like
Oi,
black and peach.
Peach, check that out. Look,
Go on, what's
Luke saying, show some respect, P-Gads. 2 of them fought a war for us. Oi, and then he follows up with that, the wanker. Look, the Boer War. Cheeky sod. Boer War. Fuck.
I love it.
The only war I've ever.
The only war I fought was on the terraces.
That's it, mate. Yeah, on the terraces at Middlesbrough and at Palace and Chelsea.
The only war I fought was with my ex dog, and she's still like fighting, but I ran away, dog. Straight up.
Boer War.
Oh, budgie.
Rob's in the house. Robert Singleton. Good afternoon to you, sir.
Rob, yes.
Well, from where I'm sitting, it's good afternoon. I'm probably the only one sitting. Hang on a minute. It'll be. Let me work this out now. 9 o'clock in the morning for you, Peach.
Yeah, it's like
almost. Almost 9 a.m.
Yeah, I think it's like.
And then for Kieran, we're looking at 11 o'clock in the evening.
Yeah, nearly 11. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, see, I'm the only one sitting here in the afternoon.
I know,
so it's quite. It's morning. It's after. It's evening now, and it's morning there. Wow, people, this is truly a global broadcast.
It's 5 o'clock somewhere, dog. So I ain't playing with you. You know what I mean? It's 5 o'clock somewhere, dog. So like, yo,
I'm on the future team sponsors.
I love it. Yes, it's gonna be all around London Stadium, innit? Red Bull.
Well, you never know.
I've just done a bottle of red, so I'd have to go back to a beer.
Yes, good. Yes. You're like my dad. My dad like to have a red, then I'll have a cold drink.
I've got a bottle of red earlier on, right? When I bought it earlier on, that normally it does me 2 or 3 nights, and I've just done it all tonight.
Oh, I've been there.
Oh gosh. Oh gosh.
So I could say anything from this moment on, and I'm allowed because I've had a full bottle.
A bottle of red.
Yeah.
Oh mate.
100.
I've got to go to work in 3 hours.
Budgie, are we bringing back Lingard? Please tell me yes.
I want us to.
No,
of course I want us to.
Yeah, shut up, Kieran.
But you know,
I'm trying to remove you, but I can't.
Zhenek, actually, Zhenek sent me something earlier.
We're not bringing anyone back. No one's coming back. No Ollie, no Payet, no fucking Lingard. Fuck
Lingard's coming back. I promise you, Lingard's coming back. I heard from a very good source. Lingard is signing the papers like next week. Real talk. You heard it here first.
Cheers, Paul.
Nearly 8 p.m. here. I'm having a beer. Cheers, Paul. Sorry, go on, buddy. I apologize.
Teacher Zhenek, he sent me a link earlier saying, "Hi, mate. This is an absolutely hilarious video about the Lingard and Moyes saga."
Okay.
And then obviously it's a link, but it's a link to a Hammers Chat forum.
Yeah, that's Gonzo's channel.
So I'm going to come into the chat with this phone.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to post the link in the chat for people to have a look at later.
Yeah, that's Gonzo's channel. Big up Gonzo, man. He's the bomb. He's the man by the boats. The man by the
There you go. There's the link. People after the show or later or whatever, have a look at that.
Done.
Apparently it's very funny. I haven't watched it yet. But yeah.
I sent something on the phone earlier on. What was that?
What's that? I didn't see it. What?
Oh no, I'll put it on that group chat. Did you watch it, Budge?
What's that, mate? The what? Sorry.
Oh, it's the thing there when a geezer's putting his hand in, he's got his hand stuck in the glass.
Oh yeah, I did. Yeah, I sent it
You what-
everywhere.
What happened
Yeah, I
to
sent
that?
it everywhere.
What happened to that? You never sent that to me. What happened with that,
No, I
man?
done it
What's happening
Okay,
with
when you
that?
it's
start
in
the
the
stream.
group
I
chat.
done it
I ain't
when you
seen
start
it.
the stream. So I don't know if anyone watched it or said anything
What
about it.
happened? What happened?
And you've been on here ever since, Pete.
All
So
right,
you would have
basically,
seen.
what it is, right, is this guy. He's
Now
got his
watch it.
hand in a pint glass. He's got his
Yeah.
hand in a pint glass, and it's stuck in there.
And he's
And
asking
it's
his
on the
grandmother.
group chat. Yeah, he's asking his grandmother to help him. You've got to watch it. I'm not going to ruin it by
I will.
telling
I
you.
will. I will. I will. I
It,
will.
it, but it's good. It's very, very
I will.
good.
I will. I will. I will. And the group chat is the best group chat on WhatsApp. If you don't know, now you know. I love it. I read that that's like my Bible. Honestly,
Yeah, it's been
one big
quiet for a
family.
few days, but
No,
that's understandable,
it's okay. It's okay.
you know,
But
because like the season's over, and but well, in fact, I'm going to actually create another group chat. I think
good.
ready for next season,
Good.
and it won't be just for the elite. Well, I say elite people, for the group of people that are in it now. It'll be for those as well, but for other people that are members of the chat, like Luke Legend and people like that.
Yeah.
If they want to be a part of the
Luke,
group chat,
yes.
then they're welcome to be.
Luke Legend, Gaza, Daza, and your girl there, dog. Who is it? Kimmy K, like, or Kimberly, however you say it.
Kimberly,
Like, yeah, Kimberly, dog. She's talented, man. She's talented, dog. I ain't even playing with you.
And
But
young
it's like,
Justin, of course, her partner.
100. So it's like, put them in the things there.
Yeah,
run two things.
yeah.
Like,
That'll be more for the people that
Yeah,
that
but
are.
that's a good idea. That's a good idea, Doc. That's a good idea. Because you got like the one that you got already, and then you got the next one for like everybody. You get what I'm saying? Like,
look, but if any of them are transgenders, can they tell us before they come into the chat? Because I might.
well, they got to show us two things, don't they? Like, take a picture. You got a dick or you got a pussy? Like, straight up.
Oh, come on. Why go there with it?
I just did.
Why go there with it?
Because I just did.
Why go there?
Because about the bottom fucking red. That's why.
Oh my god!
Kieran and Amir are on the same page, like real talk.
Crikey! I must be at least 3 books behind.
Right?
I must be at least 3 books behind you because I was not looking at things like that.
You're like
You can't even trust a swimmer these days, a female swimmer, and you got to check whether she's got gonads or not. Fuck's sake.
Yeah, it's like that Crocodile Dundee shit, dog. It's like, I'm playing with you. You remember that Crocodile Dundee?
Yeah, I do, yeah.
That was dope. That was dope. He was in the pub and he's like, there's some bird chatting him up, and then he's like, whoa, what do you got there? Like, oh.
Look, if anyone unsubscribes now, Pete, you know they're fucking at it. They know they're wearing a dress.
They will, die. They will. Trust me. Oh my days.
Oh, great.
So if we
Lukey might leave. But Lukey might leave. I think he's into that.
Oh no, not at all. Not at all. Luke is a boy. Luke is a boy. He's like, he's good. He's good as gold. You mean? He's one of us, man. But it's like, if you had to sign, like, let me ask you this: if you had to sign one position, right? Like let's say we only got one signing this whole summer, what position would you have, Budgie? Like, we only got one signing. We only got enough money. Like, you could spend like 30, 50, 60, 70, 100 mil. We only got one signing. What position would you sign?
So what you're asking me is what would be my marquee signing?
And it's not a guard. And I hate that they come out with saying, a
well,
guard is our marquee signing.
He might not be what we would consider a marquee signing.
He's not
but
a marquee signing.
You've got to consider what he's capable of and everything else.
Agreed.
I mean, we've been after him now for a couple of seasons.
I know.
That makes him a marquee season a marquee signing
for this
immediately.
season.
Anyway,
Yeah.
so unless he's a panic buy or a last minute buy, it makes him a marquee signing. If we've been scouting him and we've been suitoring him, it makes him a marquee signing. I don't care what the press call it.
But
You know,
then,
we've been after him.
what
Same as Lingard, he would be a marquee signing.
100%.
But if you're asking me who I would go out right now and spend my money on,
Tell me. Talk to
it'd
me.
be Emmanuel Dennis.
Word
right
up.
now.
For me, it would be King Louis Potter. But like, what
Yeah,
about?
but you've got to remember, King Louis Potter has no Premiership experience at
Neither
all.
did Jared Bowen.
No, true. And it took him nearly
saying.
2 years to get into the swing.
Listen,
Have we got 2 years to wait?
Yeah.
Or do we get a player that's Premiership proven?
No,
Emmanuel Dennis is that, isn't he?
I take King
He's a
Louis
player
Potter.
that we've been scouting for the last few months. Well,
Yeah, but we were
YouTubers have anyway.
We've been scouting that boy Zapata, whatever. I don't know who he plays
Yeah.
for. I know he's a center forward, but what happened to him? Back in the day,
Jonathan
we were
David.
scouting him. Please, that's what I want, dog. Not just because he's Canadian, just because of his work ethic and his idea of not getting into the whatchamacallit, what they call that, like the
political side
academy.
of things?
No, the academy
Oh, right.
of like some like Ottawa Canadian things. He was like, no, I want to go to Europe. I want to get into academy. I want to get into an academy, there. And I just like, I think he would. I think that.
Well, the thing is, anybody that's serious about football, Peach, would want to be in Europe
100%
right now, because not only is that where the best investment is for that sport, for our sport, you know, that's where the best investment is. It's where reputedly that's where the best coaches come from. That's where the best players are developed. I mean, it's a known fact. I mean, this has been the case for you know, a lot of years. You know, you'll find a lot of the South American players, South American players, the African players. You know, you got to look at even the Caribbean players and stuff. You know, US, Canada, they all want to come to Europe because it's the hardcore center of association football, if that's what you want to call it.
Absolutely.
You know,
I agree with that one.
It's not actually association football anymore.
I know, but that's why they call it soccer. That's why they call it soccer, you know, because association.
But you know, the game has changed so much over the years that there's been a lot more development of talent outside of Europe. I mean, you look at places like River Plate, for example. You look at River Plate or Palmeiras or any of those big clubs out in South America. They have got wonderful academies, and they can probably field 3 first teams.
100%.
Do you know what I mean? With a mixture of youth and senior players, they could probably field 2 or 3 first teams. You know,
I hear that.
But in Europe, it's a lot more concentrated, and as I said, the investment is there.
It is.
You know, I mean, in South America and Africa and places like that. You know what a lot of people would consider third world countries, and I hate that phrase, but that is, you know, that is the common phrase that's used. But in the lower developed countries, let's call it, you know, to recover from an injury, you've got to rely on, you've got to rely on a less informed medical background and nutritional and this and that, you know. And as I said, the investment really isn't there, and you know, so therefore the training facilities are going to be minimal. You know, the the recovery facilities are going to be minimal. Whereas in the US, in the UK, Canada, places like that, you know, you've got electronics, you've got scientific backgrounds, you've got all the technology, the machinery that aids recovery. You know, you've got surgeons that will, you know, remove something from, you know, your foot that's stopping you from running.
Yeah.
You know, whereas, you know, in one of these underdeveloped countries, that's the end of your career.
Yeah. And
you know, whereas in Europe,
yeah,
a little 20-minute operation done with a laser,
yes,
and you're fixed up.
Like
you know?
Karen will agree with me. Like in Europe, you got the nutritionists, you got the dietitians, you got like the physiotherapists, you got all of them, and you'll agree with this too, Budgie. That's next level. And what you say is third world countries, and I hate that word as well. They're countries that aren't as good off as the rest of us. But like,
I know.
what I mean? Right?
I don't have a problem with the term third world countries because they are third world countries.
I do.
It doesn't bother me. It doesn't bother me that much because you know, we're looking at a population that, you know, a majority of their population, live in poverty, and I mean, the third world. It's not a detrimental term for me. It's just to bring it to fore that their achievements, all amazing because they come from a third world culture. It's more amazing, right? And that's what I believe. Now,
I kind of get that, but what that indicates to me is that there's a difference between somebody that lives in a country that is undeveloped and hasn't got the technology and the medical resources, etc. That there's something different between that person there and that person who lives in a palace.
I've never used the word third world country to mean that. I don't see it as a detrimental term. It's just what it is. They're a third world country because they don't have the infrastructure or the support that the Western world has.
I suppose I kind of look at it a little bit too deeply at times because
maybe other people will think the same as you, Budge. I don't. I just think, you know, when you see people that achieve out of them situations, to me that makes it all the more special, right? Because
agreed. You know, I mean, like when you look at people, like in the past, like Kip Keino, you know, do you remember him?
Yeah, I remember him very well. Yeah,
long distance runner from Kenya.
Kenya,
Kenya. Now, I mean, okay, in more recent
loads
years,
of Kenyan runners, loads of them.
Kenya's caught up a little bit in technology, etc., over recent years. But back then, you know, they probably had like 3 phones to every town.
And he was that.
You know what I mean?
He was training out in the bush. He was training out in the bush.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
exactly.
It was just
and literally, you know, was running for his life from the wildlife, etc. Literally, I mean, that's part of his story, you know. And he said, you know, it kind of encouraged him to become a runner. And when he learned of the Olympics and stuff, that became his ambition. You know, he learned of the Olympics when he was about 13, I think it was.
And all he ever did was run.
All he ever did was run.
That was his life.
And he would travel from village to village, you know, and he would run every step of the way.
And it didn't, the heat never bothered him, so it didn't matter wherever he went to run.
World records tumbled under his feet, didn't they? Do you know what I mean? What an amazing guy that!
And there was a load of Kenyan
guy he was.
There.
Yeah.
And I remember him well. And but there was a load of Kenyans.
Yeah, there were a lot of them, and you know, and also, you know, they were good at the field events as well. You know what I mean? They were really good at the field events, like high jump and long jump and stuff like that. They were really good.
Do you know?
And, you know,
well, you know, with them, just to go back to what you said about, you know, how good we've got it with the medicals and nutritionists and all that bollocks.
Yeah.
And we have, right? We have in the the Western football federations, right? We have.
Yeah.
But Hungary don't really have all that. They don't have it like the England. See England, you know, we see all the videos of England and their beautiful place and that, you know, training facilities and they've got everything and everything. And then they come to fucking England and they slap us 4-1. And we look like fucking amateurs. We really did against them. And they haven't got all the facilities we've got. Nowhere near it. Nowhere near fucking any of that. But yet they came and slapped us. And it just showed you sometimes it doesn't work having everything. You know?
It doesn't work. No. I mean, like
I did laugh at that result.
Rocky 3, the movie. There's sort of testament to that, isn't it? Rocky 3, the movie. Do you know what I mean? Like, Dolph Lundgren's got all the technology and all that at his disposal, and all the enhancing, the performance enhancing steroids, and God knows what else he's doing. And then there's Rocky out there with in the snow, and oh mate, yeah, it's a true story. That it's a true story. No, but I mean that is kind of how it is sometimes, you know. It doesn't always take the technology and science to make something successful. You're bang on right with that. So where's our host gone? Oh look, now he's gone as well. They've all left me on my own. This is lovely. I like this. Hey, what's all that about then? Hold on. Oh God, what have I done here? Here we go.
I'm back, guys. I just had to.
Yeah, that's all right. Oh, I don't know what I've done here now.
What you done?
I might have to go out and come back. I've messed up my screen, haven't I? I can't see the bottom of the screen. Oh, God, what have I done here? Yeah, no, I can see, like, I can see the background around us, but I can't see anything below it. All the buttons to operate the channel with.
Is that because he put that surround on? Is that or the background thing on?
No. It's me. I just touched something and it all enlarged, and I didn't want that to happen.
Right then, fucking hell, that's scary. That was just me. How we doing, chaps? God, is anyone left in the chat? Been going for a while now, talking a load of bollocks. But anyway.
Sorry about that, mate. Back again. Yeah, sorry about that. Now I've got the screen how I want it. I don't know what happened. I don't know exactly what I did, but there we go. So yeah, there we go.
All right, bro.
Paul saying oi, and can't get the staff these days, says Robert. No, you're bang on right, mate. You can't get the stuff. I am absolutely rubbish at all this nonsense. So let's have a little looky in here and see what he's got in here. Because I'm actually, I've done it again.
Don't be a donut.
I can't believe that. I've done it again. All it is, I scroll down. Right. Now I've got to see if it happens if I go like that and scroll up. No, it won't happen if I scroll up. What the hell? All right. Just give me a second, Karen. I'll be back in.
All right. There's nothing fucking better than a bit of professionalism. There's none here. But there you go. I'm back on my own again. Anyway, what time is it tonight now? Fuck me, it's 11:15 at night here now.
Right, there we go. Right, I'm not going to touch that anymore. Bugger it. That can stay as it is. I'm just going to leave it alone. Right, so where's our wonderful host gone then? Peach, where are you, mate?
Who knows where he's gone, mate?
Are you still in the house? Well, his phone is still live. Look, he's still live. Look, he's still about. He's not there.
See mum and dad and have a bite to eat.
Yeah, probably. Open another bottle of wine, says Paul. That's good advice, mate.
I know, but fucking Paul, I bought a fucking bottle of red tonight. I thought that'll do me for tonight and tomorrow, and I've done it. I fucking got a bit greedy, didn't I?
Yeah, you got to be even more greedy when you go and buy it. You'll get two.
I know. Sometimes I do, but I thought, no, tonight will do, mate. I didn't expect to be going on anywhere or on this or anything else. No, I'll have a couple. I was just about to go to bed when he came on, and he messaged me to come on. I went, oh, all right.
Yeah.
And I just
Did I tell you
ended
I've
up
bought
finishing
myself a
it off.
laptop?
You got it, yeah?
Yeah, look.
Oh, good for you, son. Good for you.
It's a nice one, though, look, because it's one of them ones that turns into a tablet.
Lovely. How good's that?
Yeah. Yeah, mate. 200 quid.
Is that all it is, geezer?
That's all it cost me, 200 quid.
That's all
It's
right.
touch screen. I bought myself a little mouse for 12 quid. And yeah, mate. So I'm getting used to it at the moment. I'm learning my way around it. So yeah, cool little thing.
I could do with a new phone, but
yeah, I managed to retrieve one that I bought my daughter. I managed to retrieve that. It's got a lot more memory and more capacity than my original phone, which is the one I'm talking to you on. That's hence the headset, because the speaker has gone on that phone.
Right.
So, whereas this new phone, it's a lot easier for me to use. Because
I will say with this phone, I can hear you. No, it's just off the phone speaker, and I can hear you very clearly. You know.
Yeah, I can with my phone, my other phone, but the one I'm talking to you on now is, you know, it's buggered basically. Let's just say it's foobar. So yeah. So what you been up to, man? There's no football.
No, very little, son. I've been very quiet. I've been, you know, I haven't been in the chat much because I just got nothing to say really. So I was just
I know, mate.
Right,
well, don't forget. Look up that link for the game for the second. I mean, it's only a couple of weeks away now.
No, I'll do that.
So,
no, I'm gonna. I haven't watched it yet, but I will.
Yeah. So the thing is with me, it's the full game. It's everything. So I'm going to watch the whole game probably 3 or 4 times now.
I want to do it closer to the time. Just keep it fresh in my head, you know.
Yeah. But I want to watch it and see if I can catch up. No, but I want to see if I can catch some stuff that I've missed before. You know, certain movement off the ball that wasn't picked up.
I'm not going to. But sometimes you can overanalyze it, can't you? And just go, I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to watch it and go, And then,
did I tell you that?
I'll tell you what I'm going to look out for. Right? Even though we won it 3-2 and Winston Reid scored the winner, didn't he? Right?
Yeah.
We all know that. And I remember Tim on American Hammers TV about 2 years ago. Someone's going on about, Winston Reid scored the last goal at Upton Park. Right? And he said then, he went, yeah, but what about the fucking 2 goals he let them score? And I went, I went, wow, no. So I'm going to check it for that. Whether saying it,
see, there's a point I'm going to have a look at now as well.
Yeah, and now I'm interested to know now. Well, was he?
I remember he did make a mistake for the second goal.
Did he? I can't remember him.
I remember him making a mistake for the second goal. Wasn't their second goal a penalty? No, it wasn't.
No, I don't think so.
No.
So I'm going to be looking out to see if we
any fault. But see, this is why I've kind of released, all of this so early, so that we can look out for all this sort of stuff.
There you go.
Know, and obviously, if anybody can't find the link for the game, there's 2 places to look for it. One of them is on the official West Ham on the official West Ham YouTube page, or on my page in the Matchday Rewind playlist. It's in there, which is a link to that video that's on the West Ham YouTube channel, but you can also find it just by typing in the last ever game at the Boleyn,
You'll
and it will
find
come up.
Yeah.
So watch it, get involved, get into the chat, get involved. It'll be good. It'll be good for everybody.
I'll be looking out for Winter Reed now. So,
yeah, and if you were at the game, on the day, I will provide a link for people to come in. They can show their face, or they can, have their camera switched off like this. Oh, no, it won't be quite like it. Yeah, no, it won't be quite like that. It'll be like just a little box with like an icon that flashes when you speak. Luke Legend usually has that on when he comes in.
Yeah.
But anyway, so if you were actually at that game, the last game at the Boleyn, there will be a link provided on the day, and you can pop in and have 5 minutes. Now, did I tell you that I've got a 95% confirmation for for Craig Forrest?
You did. Yeah.
Oh, that's such good news for me.
Yeah, if you haven't.
Yeah, see, now Wally's saying that he thought that both of the goals were Fabianski's fault. Well, hey, listen.
There you go.
This is something we can discuss on the day. This is brilliant. I like that. The fact that there's a bit of involvement already is really nice, Yeah.
When you look at it as well, Budge, right? All you want to remember is the good things sometimes in games. Right? That we won it. Winston Reed scored the winner. It was the last game.
Yeah.
We might forget about the other 80 minutes, right? No one cares about that, right? But we're gonna look at it and go, fucking hell, he was shit. Oh, fuck, what the fuck did he do there?
Yeah.
Now, I don't remember Fabianski being at fault, but I'm going to be looking for it now. I'll tell you that now. I'll be looking what was he doing? We'll see. Yeah, it'll be interesting.
Yeah, it'd be good. It'd be good. What have I done with... Oh, there it is. Right, I'm just looking for my vape. I don't know, actually. Stop it. Giving me the itches now.
No.
If you sneeze, I'm buggered. Got headset on there, fly off. So anyway, listen, I'm actually looking to get off of here in a few minutes because I've got a few things I need to do before I go to work, like clean the car and stuff like that, and make sure it's got fuel in it and stuff. So yeah, I'm just doing food deliveries tonight.
Lovely.
Yeah.
That's nice, isn't it? That's nice, easy run. I like that.
Yeah, £18 an hour, which I have to pay my own fuel, but I've worked it out. I'm using about £4 worth of fuel an hour, so I'm taking about 14 quid an hour.
That's all right.
Yeah,
that's all right. No stress on that, man. What is it?
Oh, right. Okay. So what he's saying, excuse me. That's what he would expect Tim to say, that Fabs was at fault.
Yeah, you're right. What I've got,
Tim hates Fabs. Yeah. I don't think Chelsea will make the top 4 this season. What are your thoughts, Paul? Quite a valid question, mate. Listen, they're a team in transition again now because of the ownership and stuff.
Well, let's look at that budget, right? For Chelsea not to make the top 4 means some team has to come in and overtake them, right? Who would that be? Now, if you look at the top 4 as it is at the moment, we're talking Man City, Liverpool, Chelsea, Tottenham. Who's going to overtake Chelsea to make that top 4?
Well, most people would say it would be Man United.
But at the moment, no one would.
No. I mean,
maybe
I'd love to say it would be us, but on current seasons, we've got a slim chance of being that.
Yeah, we've got a slim chance, but unlikely.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's a slim chance, and with
who's got the best
with the
chance
right
of-
investment this year, there is a good chance that we could make that
Yeah.
slim chance a better chance.
No, until we see the
There's no way
investment,
we could guarantee it.
it's hard for us to say till we see who we bring in, right? We can't really say
Yeah,
much.
agreed.
Right. So
I mean, Aguerd
at the
is a
moment,
great
though,
start.
who's going to
Aguerd is
be
a great start.
who's going to be a better club than Chelsea next season? And I think it maybe Arsenal, but maybe it's only a mate. No, I think Chelsea are still good for the top 4 next season.
Depending on this window.
Yeah, but for everyone. That's for everyone. Isn't it?
Depending on this window, with the money available to them and stuff, why not Newcastle?
No, I think it's too early for Newcastle to.
I do.
I think
Aston Villa.
Newcastle's aim will be try to nick a top 6 spot, not top.
Yeah, or to break into the top 10 for at least a season and then get into the top 6, maybe.
Right. On their radar will be 6, right? If they can, again, same as them, is what
or even 7th, and you know the Europa Conference League. You know, I think that may be one of their first targets. I would think.
But,
going by Eddie Howe's, recent train of thought and stuff, and how he performed at Bournemouth and stuff. I would say that Eddie Howe would have his mind on the Conference League, and Europa League would be a massive bonus to them in the next 2 years.
But do you realise 7th spot is not the Conference League?
Oh well, it is this season.
This season it is. Might not be next season. The Conference League spot is given to the League Cup winners.
Yeah, hang on a minute, mate. I just got to go and open the door for my brother. 1 second.
As I've got to finish there, unless someone out of the top 4.
I'm not going to be on that much longer. Sorry, mate.
Say the Conference League.
Yeah.
Is only 7th, unless someone out of the top 4 wins the League Cup.
Yeah.
If someone in the top 4 wins the League Cup, 7th spot get Conference League. If someone
is that how it works? Is it?
Outside of the top 4 win it, they get the Conference League.
So who won the League Cup this year? I can't remember who won it.
Oh, it was Liverpool.
Liverpool, yeah.
That's why we got 7th spot.
Yeah. Oh, and that's how our 7th spot became Conference League play.
Yeah.
Right.
Exactly.
Gotcha. Because they're obviously in the top 4 as well. Yeah.
Yeah, and they're Champions League.
Yeah.
So
yeah. So
for
they
me,
can't have
I think it should go to the runners-up of the League Cup. That to me makes more sense, but it doesn't. It goes on the league position.
Yeah, but what if that runner-up was also Champions League as well? Let's just say Liverpool and Man City. Eh? So there are 4 different permutations where 7th place becomes Conference League then automatically, and that is if any one of the top 4 win the League Cup.
Yeah.
Right. Got you.
If none of them win it, if someone outside wins it, they go to the Conference League. So then it's only the
5th or 6th win it.
The top 6 places get Europe.
What if 5th or 6th win the League Cup as well, though?
I don't.
No, 5th or 6th are automatically in the Europa League, so they can't play 2 competitions in Europe either.
Yeah, maybe that's the point.
It must be any one of the first 6 places. If any of them win the League Cup, then the Europa League goes to
the top 4. But Bud, you could be right there. It might be the top 6.
I'll borrow it. I'll bring it back. That's hang on, hang on, not that one. Sorry, mate. Give me a second. Just give me 1 second. There you go. Take that one. It's only short, but can have that one. Right.
Can't be
Sorry,
100%
mate. Yes.
sure about that, mate. You're right, mate. Can't be 100% sure that might be the top 6.
Yeah, it must be. It's got to be, surely,
Maybe.
Kieran. You know, because the first 6 places in the league, in the Premier League, the first 6 places all get European football.
Yeah.
All right, mate. I'll see you in a bit. Sorry. No, it's all right, mate. No problem. I'll talk to you in a bit. Yeah, they automatically qualify for European football. So
maybe, yeah. Yeah, you're probably right, man. It might be the top 6. So you need
something worth
someone
looking
at
into.
that top 6 then, which
Let's
is
see if
possible.
anybody in the chat has. Oh, for God's sake, I've just done that again. Bugger it, can stay like that now. Do you ride a bike, Budgie? No, I don't ride a bike, mate. We have no chance because we have to play in Europe with a small squad. Yeah, yeah, you're right. I'm not even highlighting them. What a dickhead. Tyler Paul says it's going to be an interesting season, and I can't read that because it's below my screen.
Right.
Brilliant.
For us. What? You put that comment up? Did you put it up?
Yeah, all I can see is the top of the comment, though.
Right.
Oh, I will put a pound on Forest. You never know.
You never know. No, I wouldn't. Pound on to do what? To survive relegation. That's what I do.
Yeah, hang on. Bear with me 1 second, Kieran.
It's all going on here, boys. There's fucking people going in, going out. There's fucking phone calls. Fucking brilliant. Oh, dear. But yeah, Paul, I don't know. Forest, I think they'll do all right, but I think they'll do a Leeds. They'll do okay in their first season. They won't be threatening anyone for any positions in the league. They'll be, if they survive, I think they'll do well. They can finish in the top 15.
Hey, Peachy. Right, hang on, Peach. I'm going to be 2 seconds. I'll be back in 2 seconds.
There he goes out again. Peachy, I think you're muted.
Okay, I'm back.
Now, Peachy was muted, I think.
I'm not
Oh,
muting
is
it.
it?
I'm not, no, not no more.
Hey.
Not no. Hey, wait. I saw Karen by his nose because I was out having a smoke. But yo, Budgie, that was a good point.
Yes.
What you were talking about. I was watching. Like that was good.
Okay.
My
Thank you.
Yeah, which one was that? Because
Which one?
most of the things he was saying was absolute shite.
But all you say is absolute shite, dog. Everything Karen says is absolute shite. So you got to big up Budgie because he like puts 2 things down, dog. Yo, Budgie, continue on. Continue on, man. Continue on, please, my G.
Just remind me where I'd got to.
Yeah, he don't know.
No, I do, because you were talking about like
No,
Spurs.
Budgie don't. It's forgotten.
No, but
Like
he was
me.
talking about Spurs, like finishing like in like bottom dire.
Oh, we were talking about qualification for
Europa.
the Europa Conference League.
Yep.
Yeah, which
Europe.
we've we're not in it proper yet. We've got to play 2 playoffs, I believe. 2 playoffs.
Yeah, I think so.
Is it like a 2-legged match, or is that 2 different teams we have to play?
Well, it's in August, isn't it? We play 2 things in August, and if we get through them things, then it's November. If I'm right.
I think it's 2-legged match. Goes up. I think so.
Yeah. So it would be, let's just say, for argument's sake, Dynamo Sibley or something like that, maybe.
Yeah.
And we got to play a home and away game against them. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right. Okay. And then the winner of that then gets into the Europa Conference League proper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
similarly to what Tottenham had to do last season.
Who?
Did they do that? Ugh, I can't remember.
Yeah, they did. They did. I can't remember if it was a two-legged game or whether it was two different teams or not.
No, I'm pretty sure it's a two-legged game, yeah.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
you're right.
probably.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Mm.
Tottenham, piss on them, dog. Hold on, let me move you up, Karen. Hold up, apologize. Hold on 1 second, because I put these comments on, and then everybody in the bottom gets like flipping like not seeing.
What do you want to do, Pete?
Hey.
Oh, I see. Oh, right. Oh, okay.
Like I don't mind being blacked out. Like flipping out.
How about that? How about that though? Because that's how we're used to being.
There you go.
Yeah.
Bert and Ernie Bert. How do you mean? Real things. And hold on, let me get
Ernie Bert.
Ernie Bert.
Yeah, mate. Ernie Bert.
Hold on. There we go. Ernie Bert. Ernie, Bert. Just yo. I still got them things from when I was like 2 years old, dog. Straight up. I ain't playing with you.
Yeah.
Oh my gracious me, man.
Why they ripped up the back?
Oh, I had a bit of fun with him, didn't I? I had a bit of fun with them. I had a bit of fun with Ernie and Bert. yeah.
That is not a hair job.
No, they're not ripped up at the back, dog. Hold on, let me see again. They're not ripped up at the back, dog. You're taking a piss, dog. Oh, yeah. See, yeah, Bert's trousers kind of fell down there. But like, yo, Ernie's trousers kind of fell down there too. I don't know. Maybe they were going at it. I don't know.
Pull him up, you fucking weirdo.
They were just happy to see each other. That's all.
That's it. Bernie Earth. I always call them Bernie Earth, dog. Like, oh my days. But like, yo, what you were saying, like with Tottenham, like it is a two-legged match, isn't it? Like for us to get into the proper like Europe Conference League. I know it's Mickey Mouse things, but we still got to work to get there, don't we?
Well, look, actually, do you know something? I've been looking at it, and you know, by looking at Tottenham's performance in it last year,
yes,
okay, it kind of gave us all the impression that it's just a know-nothing competition.
Agreed.
But when you have a look at the final 4 teams that were in the competition, you've got to take it a little bit more seriously.
Yeah, I agree.
You've got to take it a little bit more seriously.
Yeah.
I mean, Leicester were there.
Yeah.
You know, come on.
Yeah.
It could quite easily have been Tottenham and Leicester.
You know, that stat, and I said it earlier with Peach and John there. Roma won it, right?
Yeah.
The Conference League. And that's their first European trophy ever, Budge, would you believe?
No, I wouldn't believe that. But now that you've told me, I believe it.
No,
I would never have given that a thought.
No, same here.
Wow,
I heard it last week, and I went, wow.
Yeah.
Wow, that's the first European trophy they ever won.
Yeah.
And Roma are they're a big club. Yeah, we regard them as a big club. We think they're a big club. But they've never won a European trophy.
Yeah.
You go, wow.
And, I mean, I think you know, I think we need to look at that competition just a little bit more seriously than we have, though, don't you think?
I think we will, Budge.
With teams like, you know, and you know, I mean, I think Charlie Walsh summed it up nicely for me one day when he said that, you know, people have called this the Potato Growers League and many other such things.
Bollocks.
And he said, you know, when you've got the teams with the likes of Roma and Leicester in it, you know, it becomes a little more serious. And you know, we've dreamed of having two European competition seasons back to back.
Right. Let's put it straight.
And we've achieved it.
I don't believe, Budge, that West Ham themselves as a club are turning their noses up at it. I think the majority of supporters aren't turning their noses up at it. There's only certain fucking idiots who go, it's shit. What? Why is it shit? It's a European competition. Who gives a
Exactly.
fuck?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's have
Yeah.
it, man. Let's have it.
Yeah,
We are in a good position to do well in it.
Oh,
You
100%.
know, as a club and as a team, I don't see why we don't.
yeah,
We'll take it as serious as it needs to be taken and try and win it. I have no doubt with
yeah.
Moyes, he'll try and win it.
Exactly that. But I mean, the thing is, you know, like for example, you know, a lot of people would go, "Oh yeah, well, you know, when you've got Champions League football, you know, let's just pick Spain as an example, right? Oh, you know, you could go to Madrid, you could go to Barcelona,
Mhm.
you know, Europa League, you know, you could go to Sevilla, you could go to let's say Monaco, right? I mean, I know that's France, but you know, it's still equally, you know,
Oh,
a
Leon,
place that
you're
you,
right.
yeah,
Them sort of
Leon,
clubs.
yeah, yeah, oh yeah, yeah. When you look at the Conference League, why not go to Mallorca or to Cyprus and go to one of the teams that play out of Cyprus or
Who
something?
cares?
You know,
Who cares?
why not?
And
Just
you know,
because it's not
I'll tell you
Barcelona
what, Budge,
or
what
Athens or
people,
whatever.
I think a lot of people are missing as well, Budge. Right, when you look at next season, right, Newcastle are seriously strengthened, yeah?
Yeah.
Aston Villa are strengthening. Everton are not going to be the team they were last year, mate. There's no fucking way, right?
Mhm.
Wolverhampton have had a bad season last year. You expect them to do better. So
Yeah.
we're talking about now that top 6 place. Man United have just brought in Ten Hag. You expect them to be better. So the top 6 have strengthened already with Man United bringing in Ten Hag. He will bring in players to make their position. They had a bad season last year, Man United, and finished 6th, right?
Yeah,
We had a
agreed.
good season. We had a good season and finished 7th. So that tells you
Mhm.
what level Man United are at. And then you got Tottenham with Conte. I believe is going to only make them better. Chelsea, we don't know yet. We don't know with Chelsea because you know of their dramas they've had. So
Yeah.
that 6th spot now is harder than ever before. Do you know the easiest way to get into, which gives you, you know, Europa League? The best way for West Ham to get into Europa League is
FA
winning that
Cup.
Conference League. Win the Conference
Yeah,
League, you're in the Europa
yeah,
League next season.
Mhm.
It's the
yeah.
best avenue
True.
rather than trying to get 6th spot because it's going to be a lot harder next season to get 6th spot for us. A lot harder. So we have got an opportunity. We've got 2 opportunities to make in Europa: finish in the top 6 or win that Conference League. And most other teams like Leicester and Wolves haven't got that option. They haven't got that. They can only finish in the top 6. We've got 2 chances. So happy days.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah.
Let's go
Look
for
what
it.
I've just. Look what I don't know if you're going to be able to see this or not.
Right.
Yeah, Rusty B. I see Rusty B
In the
there.
in the new shirt, look,
Oh, he's
Oh
got the
my.
new shirt on.
Oh
he got
my
it for
days.
Father's Day.
Love it.
Got it for
Lovely.
Father's Day. Yeah, I should just reply with a couple of little hearts. There we go. Right, so that's in the group chat, by the way. Yes, look, we can win that. We can win that. If we can reach the semi-final in a harder competition, then we can
Yeah,
win this. We can
yeah,
win this. You
exactly.
know,
That's why you got to look at it, Budge.
we
That's why you got to
we've
look at it.
got
We
got
could be one of the
to
favourites.
strengthen.
Yeah, we do. Big time.
Yeah,
We
again,
have got to
like
strengthen.
being in Europa, Champions League teams drop into Europa, and at some stage, Europa League teams will drop into that Conference League, and that's what makes it hard. At the end of
Yeah.
that competition, it will get harder. But there's no reason why we can't compete. None. No. But
Exactly. I mean, look, it doesn't matter who drops into that Conference League from the Europa League as long as it's not Frankfurt. That's the only team in that Europa League that I fear right now. The eventual winners of this year's competition. They're the only team that beat us in that competition. Like beat us home and away. You know, look,
and they were the better team. Simple as that.
They were, and that's the only team in those two competitions that I fear right now. That and the Conference League. They're like, the only team that I fear right now. But having said that,
I'd love to have another go at them, mate, wouldn't you?
Wouldn't you just? Doesn't the wounded lion get a shot in it eventually? Do you know what I mean? Oh God,
play, you know what I mean? You'd love it.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, it's all good.
Yeah.
It could be. Could be this competition could be more exciting than people.
Going to be interesting to see when they play the European Super League final, isn't it?
I don't know when they do that. Goes up.
Well, that's the first European game of next season, isn't it? The winners of the Champions League and the winners of the Europa League play the European Super Cup.
Real Madrid, Frankfurt.
Yeah. That's going to be a very interesting game.
Mm. Yeah.
Because Real Madrid weren't the team they have always been. And Frankfurt were far more the team that they've ever been this year. They were bloody good this year.
Yeah, they're a good side, mate. I think they're a good side.
Yeah. They've always been a decent side. But don't worry. They're in European football next year as well. You know, do they automatically qualify for Champions League playoffs?
Yeah. No, they're in the Champions League yet.
Yeah. What? Into the league section straight away, or do they have to have playoffs to get in there?
Whether it's playoffs or not, I'm not sure, but that's the competition they're in.
But they've got a shot at the Champions League.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, they do reasonably well in it, you know.
Yeah.
Seeing as they're the ones that beat us to the cup this year.
Yeah.
Love to. Yeah. Right. Where's Peach? Because I am going to have to make a move. It's almost 3 o'clock and I've got a few things to do.
Almost midnight now.
Peach. Peach. Can you hear me? Hello. Peach.
Peach.
Oh, what is he doing? What is he doing to us? Has he muted again or what?
He's playing around with them fucking puppets. Stop playing around with them puppets.
Peach.
No.
Peach. Hello. Hello, Peach. I gotta go, man.
He's cocking a deaf one, mate. He's winding you up.
Well, I'm gonna have to go, mate. So I've got lots of things I've got to sort out before I go to work. He's done it again. Look, he's gone off. Right, Peach, I'm going, mate. I'm going.
Well, I've got to go as well, guys, because like I say, it's midnight here.
All right, okay. Well, I'll play a little video, shall I?
Thanks very much for the chat. See you later, right?
Yeah. All right, mate. I'll end the stream if he don't come back. All right. I'll play a little video and see what he's saying. Right, Peach, where you at, mate? Are you there? I don't even know which videos are which here anymore. I don't recognise any of them. Oh my God.
It's not on the edge.
Yeah, I think I'm going to have to, mate. Going to have to. All right, okay. Look, guys and girls, boys and girls, I'll see you later on. Take care. I will see you soon. Thanks for joining us in the chat. Have fun, everybody.